Sir, shall we start now?
Yeah. We can start.
Yeah, I think we have a lot to cover, so I think we should start on time. So, so let me start. Okay. Good afternoon to all of the participants, and just I'm so sorry. I think my YouTube was there's a lag between YouTube and live video of 15 seconds, I think.
Hmm.
Okay. So good afternoon and a warm welcome to all of you in this session of structural equation modeling using SmartPLS. I trust you all are well and safe in your homes and wherever you are and following up all the social protocols for social distancing. So my name is Saurabh Patania. I'm the Senior Sales Manager in Numerical Analytics Systems Private Limited. We are based out of Delhi. I'm joined by my team members, Tehzeeb and Rashi, who will be supporting me in the smooth operation of the webinar today. So let me just go through a small PPT I have prepared with the introduction of my organization. So as I said, we are from Numerical Analytics. We were formed in 2008 to specifically address the growing market for solution-oriented education and analytics technology. And we are part of a Statworks Malaysia group, which is based out of Malaysia and Kuala Lumpur. So they have around 2 decades of experience in computational analytics and education technology. In India, we have two divisions. One is education technology, one is analytical technology. Education technology, we deal with products like STEM technology, TI, Texas Instruments, calculators, and other products of TI. And analytical technology, we have softwares for research, and research can be for qualitative and quantitative research. So just to give you a brief about our partners or our products which we carry in India. So we have Texas Instruments, we have eViews, which is for econometric and research, like financial research, and Vivo for qualitative search, which is now combined with Citavi, and Vivo has acquired Citavi, which is a reference management and knowledge-based software. So it's directly integrated with NVivo now. And then SmartPLS, which will be the topic for today's discussion and today's webinar session. So let me just introduce to our trainer. So we are very honored to have Dr. Dhaval Mehta for today's session. So just to give you a brief about Dr. Dhaval Mehta, Dr. Dhaval Mehta is a doctorate in management and currently working as associate professor in Department of Business and Industrial Management in V. Nirmal South Gujarat University. He has more than 18 years of postgraduate teaching experience with some experience of industrial experience in different multi-finance companies and banks like ICICI Bank and HDFC. He has presented around and published 30 research papers and in some reputed journals like Scopus also. And he has a very good experience in softwares like SPSS, R, SmartPLS, obviously, and eViews, Minitab, MATLAB, all the languages also like Python and, as I said, R also. As I said, we are very honored to have him today here. So I really believe this session will be a very interesting and very enjoyable, and we will learn something on structural equation modeling using SmartPLS today. So I will ask Dr. Dhaval to please enlighten us with your knowledge today. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Saurav sir, for the introduction.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Just to tell that we will have a session divided in two parts. So we will continue up to 3:15, then we will have a 10-minute break, and then we will then again continue with the ending session. Thank you so much.
Right. Okay. So these are my details, and I start the workshop. Now see, PLS-SEM is a very evolving statistical modeling technique, which has recently received a lot of popularity. The software has been made by Jean, Hare, Ringel, and Sarstedt, and you can see the popularity which has risen. This is directly from the book which I have taken. This is directly from the book which I have taken. The book which is published, that is on SmartPLS. Now, what is the difference between the first generation technique and the second generation techniques which are there? The first generation techniques were normally we talked about. Am I audible, Saurav sir? Am I audible clearly? Hello.
Yes, sir. You are very clear, sir. Crystal clear.
Okay. So the first generation techniques like cluster analysis, exploratory factor analysis, multi-dimensional scaling, then ANOVA, logistic regression, and multiple regression. These are all first generation techniques which we used to talk about. But in second generation techniques, we are having PLS-SEM, then there is a confirmatory factor analysis. So we are working on second generation techniques. Now, what is so special about this second generation technique, which was not there in the first generation technique? So the very special thing is that we are mapping the error which was not there in previous statistical analysis. So here we are mapping the error. We are also considering error into the consideration. Okay. So why we should go for structural equation modeling? So the first thing is when both the variables are in ratio scale, then we use regression analysis. But if any one of it is in a scale variable, now any one of it is in a scale variable means, say for example, if I'm running a regression analysis between weight and blood pressure, they are both in the continuous scale. But suppose if I am running something on the Likert scale, if I've used a scale variable, then it is necessary that I should go for the structural equation modeling. The structural equation modeling is the combination of the measurement model and the structural model, or you can say it is also the combination of the confirmatory factor analysis and the regression analysis. Okay, just a minute, I will hide this. So the variables which are there, which you can say the variables can be bifurcated into the univariate and bivariate, and in univariate also metric, non-metric, and in bivariate, suppose you are working on if you are using both the variables are metric, then you use the regression. But your DV or IV is in a scale data, then only you go for structural equation modeling. I'm repeating, your DV or IV is in a scale data, then you go for structural equation modeling. Okay. So there is a factor analysis, the multiple regression analysis, and the combination of both of them gives me the path analysis, which we will be exploring today, that how to work on this. There are questions right now. Okay. Okay. What are the advantages of SEM? So advantages of SEM are that regression allows only the single dependent variable to work. Okay, there is only a single dependent variable in regression, but in case of structural equation modeling, we can have many dependent variables, and therefore there is a concept of endogenous and exogenous in structural equation modeling. The other advantage is that it can also handle the multicollinearity issue, which may be there in regression analysis. This can be very well handled in structural equation modeling. Now, what is the type of the relation which is being examined? So there is a dependence, how many variables are being predicted. If there are too many variables, there are multiple relationships in your model, then we go for structural equation modeling. Okay. So what is the difference between then a measurement and a concept, and why a structural equation modeling? Now see, in regression analysis, when we can measure the variable directly, like height and weight can be measured directly, and when we are running any relationship between these two, then it is known as a regression analysis. But sometimes it is not possible to measure the variable directly, and we are using some measured variable to capture the concept of the latent variable. We are using some different concepts. Okay, we are using some measured variable. For example, I just a minute, I'll take one example. Okay, See, the taste of the food was excellent. The speed of the service met by the expectation. The wait staff was very knowledgeable about the menu. The background music in the restaurant. This thing I am trying to capture, the satisfaction I am trying to capture by using the satisfaction of the hotel. I am trying to capture by using. The wait staff was very knowledgeable. The background music in the restaurant was very pleasant. So I'm using these 5 variables to capture the satisfaction of the hotel. Okay. In this process there is a warning which is coming up. Sorrow sir, someone is putting up the warning every time. No, just the deck, I assume you won't share. Okay, now uh, see, this is first construct which can be captured by using 3 measured variable. This is another construct which can be captured by using these 3 variables. Okay, so and there is a relationship also. Now at this moment, just remember that this is the outer model. Okay, this is the outer model. This is the inner model. How will I specify that thing? When there is a relationship between construct to the variable, then it is known as an outer model. When there is a relationship from construct to construct, then it is known as an inner model. Then it is known as an inner model. I am again repeating. When there is a relationship between construct to the measured variable, then it is known as the outer model. But when there is a relationship from from construct to construct, then it is known as an inner model. This is also known as a structural model. The outer model is also known as a measurement model. Okay, just imagine that there is a house, and when there is a house, I'm trying to when uh, I'm measuring something. Just a minute, hold on, all of you.
Sir, I have requested everyone to put their questions in Q&A. So at the end, we will try to answer. So I think we can go right now with the session.
Hello. Yes sir. Yes sir. Tell me.
So
Yes.
I'm saying I have requested everyone to put their questions in Q&A. So we will try to answer at the end of the session.
Okay, okay. Now just imagine something. Just try to imagine the concept which is there in SEM. I'm trying to explain this concept by using some different way. Okay, just imagine that there are 4 walls of the house, and this is the outer model. Okay, and I want that this outer model should be very, very concrete. Okay, outer model. Your walls should be very tough. Okay, so that thing we assure by making the measurement model, which is being tested by reliability and the validity. Just remember, the outer model is tested by the reliability and validity. Okay, now we come to the inner model. Just imagine that there is a furniture which we are trying to arrange in the house. Now we can arrange the furniture in our comfort level. But when we are trying to study the inner model, the thing which I am studying is a structural model, and here we are considering path coefficient and R square is tested. Okay, you can change the inner model anyway, but remember, once the outer model you have tested the outer model, make it sure that you don't change the outer model, because once you change the outer model, you will again have to test the reliability and the validity of the model. Okay, so always when you make the model, this software will generate the reliability and the validity on its own. You don't have to go you don't have to first make the measurement model which is there in some other software, that first make the measurement model and then you will test the reliability and validity. No, this software will test the reliability and validity automatically on its own. Okay, let's proceed from here. There are 2 approaches in structural equation modeling. One is a covariance based SEM, and another, this is a partial least square. Covariance, you know that it can be done in Amos, it can be done in Lisrael, it can be done in M plus. But the variance based, which is there, it can be done in SmartPLS and PLS graph. Now, there are two basic distinction in this software. What the SmartPLS software is a prediction oriented software. Now, this is the only software in which there are some statistics like blindfolding and predict PLS, which has been introduced, which can which is a prediction oriented statistics, which we will see today. That what does it mean? What is the difference between prediction oriented statistics and parameter oriented? Okay. Now, in case of Amos, you require the distribution to be the normal. There are you require a normal distribution in the data. So there is a statistics to specifically check that is the data normally distributed or not. Okay, but here there is no assumption of the data, and you can have a non-parametric data also. Questions we will answer later on. Please don't put any questions right now. Definitely I will answer each and every question. Okay. The another thing is it can work on small sample size also, and here you require a large sample size. Large models are okay. In case of Amos, the large models can be a problematic issue. There is a potential bias in this case. So as there is a potential bias, to remove that potential bias, we are going for jackknifing and bootstrapping. This we will see today also. One more advantage which is considered to be the, you can say, the niche of the SmartPLS is that it can work on formative also, and it can work on reflective also. Now, what is the difference between formative and reflective? This we will do today. What is the difference between formative and reflective? This we will do today. It can also work on one measured variable. Okay, only one construct, one measured variable. But in case of Amos, you require minimum 3 measured variable on one construct. Okay, that I will explain today. What is the justification? Why we are going for SmartPLS? Because the primary objective, if it is prediction, then you go for it. Small sample size, then you go for it. If the model is very complex, go for it. If the data assumptions are not met, go for it. If your model is having some formative constructs, go for it. The theory is very weak to support your model, go for it. You are making a new model, go for it. Then this will solve all your problem. Okay, it can work on binary also, it can work on ordinal also. Okay, now see, there is a path model. Say for example, the path model is reputation to satisfaction to the loyalty. Just see that I'm just making such path model. Okay, just this path model. Now in this I have to define the something like endogenous and exogenous. Now what is the endogenous? See, this loyalty is considered to be the endogenous, and reputation is considered to be the exogenous. Now, why I am not saying clear cut that this is a dependent variable and this is an independent variable? Because there can be many relationship in this, and the one variable at one time can be endogenous also, and it can be an exogenous also. Say for example, the satisfaction can be endogenous also, and it can be exogenous also, and therefore we don't say something like dependent and independent in structural equation modeling. We are saying endogenous and exogenous. Now, what's the horns of dilemma? The horns of dilemma is, just see. First see this, that what I want to explain this. Whenever you arrange the construct, make it sure that there is some sequence in it. Now how the earth evolved, there is a big bang theory in just say for example how humans evolved. So there is the entire sequence of events which have happened, and how the humans evolved. Similarly, in our case also, when we are doing any research in social science, we have to be very clear cut that what is my first construct, what is my second construct, what is my third construct, and how will I draw the arrows. Okay, drawing the arrows is very, very crucial in SmartPLS. You will have to refer the papers, and you will have to first find out that on what basis the relationship have been depicted, have been shown by other researchers in their papers. Okay, and on that basis you will draw the model. Now, once you draw the model, then there is a mediating effect. Okay, there is a mediating effect. Now, what does that mean? Let us try to understand. Reputation can affect loyalty directly, but there can be a chances that reputation goes from satisfaction goes to loyalty. Okay, in a simple language, if I say that See, just remember this example. I always give a layman example, that if the child wants to say something to his father, wants to convey something to his father, and if he's not able to do that thing directly, that child will take another route, and he will go through the mother to make this thing work. Similarly, here also, in our case also, we will say that is there any presence of direct effect, or is there any presence of indirect effect in our model among the constructs. So there is a relationship which is direct, and there is a relationship which is indirect. There is something also which is known as a moderation. There are two concepts. One is a mediation and another is a moderation. Just moderation is just like a catalyst. Okay, it's just like a catalyst. Now, in the presence of income, this equation is showing more strength, or is it decreasing strength? So in the presence of this, we are trying to evaluate this satisfaction, the effect of satisfaction on the loyalty. So this variable, this moderating variable works as a catalyst. Now this moderating variable can be in two scale. One is a continuous scale and another is a categorical scale. Okay, so both this thing we will try to cover today, that if it is a continuous, then how to take the effect of the moderating variable in our model, and if it is a categorical, then how to take the effect. Okay, now see, the relation of satisfaction with the loyalty, the same relation. Is there any significant difference in male and female or not? Okay, so that's a moderating variable. When that is a moderating variable effect when I am taking the variable into categorical means male female. I want to see the effect between the same relationship, that the same relationship is there in public limited company and private limited company, or the relationship is different or not. Okay, then there are higher order models. Higher order models can be taken very well in SmartPLS, that now four constructs are creating one more construct. So that is a second order higher level models which are being considered. Now let's come to the formative and the reflective scale, which is a niche of SmartPLS. What happened first? Okay, it's an egg or a chicken. We are not able to decide. Okay, now see, this is a formative scale. Remember the arrows. I'm saying categorically, remember the arrows. When the arrows move inside the construct, then it is known as a formative scale. Or in other words, this three measured variable make this construct. Okay, then it is a formative scale. But when this reflect, then measure A, B, C, and when the arrows are going out, it is a reflective scale. Now, what do I mean by arrows are going in? What do I mean by arrows are going out? Okay, I will explain that thing. I will explain that thing. Now see, degree of drunkenness. Okay, first let's see the reflective. The person is not able to speak clearly, interaction problem is there, ability to walk, reaction rate. Now because of drunkenness, these are the consequences which he is facing. These are the consequences which he are facing, right? Now let's see that what causes drunkenness. So how many number of beers, number of spirits, time passed by since last alcohol, fat content. So this is the, you can say, when there is a cause, it is a formative construct, and when there is a consequences, then it is a reflective construct. I am repeating again, when there is a cause, that why this thing is happening, then it is a formative construct, and when it is a consequences, then it is a reflective construct. Now you will ask me that, sir, the one construct at a time can be a cause also and can be a consequence also. Yes, definitely it can be. Let's see how. Let's see this. A same construct can be the cause, can be a formative also and can be a reflective also. So now there is a horns of dilemma, that how will I consider that, is it a formative scale or is it a reflective? My model is formative or reflective? Don't worry, SmartPLS has got the solution for it. Don't worry, it will solve your problem. Okay, now let's see what I mean to say is, when there is a cause, the hotel's personnel are friendly. So that is a cause which is causing us satisfaction. Now what is the consequences? taking everything into account, I'm satisfied with this hotel. Okay, I appreciate this hotel. Okay, so there is a difference between formative and reflective scale. Now, what is the difference between them? Is the reflective is they reflect their items, they form the construct. Indicators must be highly correlated. Okay, in case of reflective scale, indicators must be highly correlated. I'm saying this thing now. The theory is over. This is the last theory. Okay, and then I will directly switch over to the smart PLS. Okay, the indicators must be highly correlated. Now let's see what I mean to say by this thing. Now see, in this case, suppose a person is drunk, then he will depict all these symptoms. Cannot walk on a straight line, smells of alcohol and slurred speech. And definitely there is a very high relationship among them. Okay, in case of reflective construct. One more advantage is that when you remove one construct, sorry, when you remove one variable, you can definitely replace that variable with another variable, and that will not harm your overall model. Okay, confused? Let me try to explain. The slurred speech can also be replaced by something like he is very agitative. Okay, if I replace this variable, if I replace this measured variable with another variable, nothing will happen on the construct. The you can say the construct, the you can say the reliability and the validity of the construct will not get affected. Okay, you can replace something from here. Okay, nothing will create a problem. But now let's go here. In case of formative, the consumption of beer and consumption of wine, my first question is it necessary for a person to consume all these three drinks to get drunk? No, it's not necessary that he should consume all these three drinks to get drunk. Even one can create a pressure. Now if you remove something, if you remove a variable from here, it has a very hard impact on the reliability and the validity of the construct. Okay, say for example, do you think that the effect of beer, the beer on drunkenness is same as wine? No, it is not same. So if you remove one variable, it will have a very detrimental effect on the construct. Okay, let's go there. Removal an item does not affect the overall construct. That's true. In case of formative, omitting an indicator is omitting a part of the construct. When the item is removed, it affects overall content validity. It does not affect. When item is removed, overall content validity may get affected. This does not affect. The same construct is asked, measured, similar questions. Here, different questions are asked. Okay, so I'm again saying, if it is a consequence, it is reflective. If it is a cause, it is a formative. Items can be interchangeable. You can substitute we can substitute one item with other. You cannot substitute this in the formative scale. The direction of causality is from construct to item. Here the direction of the causality is from item to construct. Okay, so then there is a reliability. The reliability is, why we are testing the reliability is that, are we getting the same result using same instrument every time? We want to assure this. Okay, see, in case of social science, the reliability is the reproducibility of the research. Are we able to produce the same result again and again? And that's the reason we go for reliability testing in our model. Okay, now what is the reliability? See here, just see here, the person here, you can see the darts. These are all reliable darts, but they are not valid because they are far away from the bullseye. These are all valid because if you take the average, it will be the bullseye, but they are not reliable. So this is not reliable also and not valid also. So what we want a very reliable, we want a very valid instrument. Now let me try to explain what does that mean. Now, what is the reliability is that, suppose I want to measure the temperature of the person. So I use the thermometer. Okay. Now, suppose if I measure the temperature again after 5 minutes, and if it is able to produce the same result after 5 minutes, then I can say that the thermometer is reliable. Okay. But now I want to measure the temperament of the person with using the thermometer. I cannot measure the temperament of the person by using the thermometer, because that instrument is not made for measuring the temperament. Okay, so I want an instrument which is reliable and it should be valid. This will be tested in SmartPLS, and that is known as reliability and validity testing. Okay. Now in validity also there are two types of validity. Okay, there are two types of validity. One is a convergent validity and discriminant validity. Now, first of all, let me try to explain how I understood, and then I will go back to the concept. Okay, just see the convergent validity is, just see that the focus of this torch is converging towards a particular this particular torch, and I can say that this beam is converging towards this particular torch. So what I want to say is that when all your statements converge to the particular construct, I can say that I have achieved the conversion validity. Similarly, now see what can happen in discriminant validity. When the focus of two torches overlap each other, the discriminant validity is lost. Or in other words, the person is not able to understand that the construct belongs, that this statement belongs to this construct or this construct. Okay, just see on the screen. Just see on the screen, all of you. Now, suppose if I am saying that I ask some question on satisfaction. Okay, there are three statements which I have asked on Likert scale. Okay, and there is also the another construct. Now, this particular statement, the respondent gets confused that this belongs to the satisfaction or loyalty. Okay, and when such scenario happens, the divergent validity is lost. Okay, so what I want is that the focus of the torch should be converging towards only one particular variable. Okay, it should be converging only towards the one particular variable. The focus of the torch should be converging only towards the variables should not overlap with each other. Now, how will I come to know that thing? So there are statistics which are used in SmartPLS to identify that the divergent validity is achieved and convergent validity is achieved or not. Okay. So with this understanding, a very brief theory, let's try to work in SmartPLS. Now see, there are some constructs which I have tried to capture using some variables. Okay, the job satisfaction has been captured by using these four statements. What are the four statements? All things considered, I feel very satisfied when I think about my job. When you think about your job, how satisfied do you feel? How satisfied are you with your current job with HBAT? How satisfied? This HBAT is a hypothetical company, okay, as an employer. So these are the questions which are asked on Likert scale. Okay, then the next construct which is coming is organizational commitment. My work at HBAT gives me the sense of accomplishment. I am willing to put in a great deal of effort, being that normal expected to help. Then there is OC3. I have a sense of loyalty to HBAT. I am proud to tell others. Okay. Then the next construct is environmental perception. I am very comfortable with my physical work environment at HBAT. The place I work is designed to. Okay. Then there is another, there are few obstructions to make me less productive. Then there is what terms best describes your work. Okay. Then there is how your behavior is there with the co-workers, how happy you are with the work of your co-workers. How do you feel about your co-workers? How often do you think with your co-workers? These are all captured on Likert scale. Okay, all captured. And the last one is staying intention. Do you like to stay in this company or not? So the questions are, I am not actively searching for another job. I seldom look at the job listings on the monster.com. I have no interest in searching for a job in the next year. How likely is that you will be working at HBAT 1 year from today? So these are 5 constructs which are there, and I want to develop the relationship between them. Okay, so let's try to do this thing in SmartPLS. Saurav sir, is a screen visible of SmartPLS?
Yes, sir, it is visible now.
Okay. So from where you can go from here also, and from here also, you click on new project. I'm just writing down demo. Okay. And you can see here, it will give me the diagram. You have to draw from here and have from where you want to import the file. It is so user friendly. Just double click on it. But remember one thing, this only understands the CSV file. Okay. So make it sure that you save your file in CSV, and it is very easy. You can do it in SPSS also, and you can do the same thing in Excel also. So this is a file, HBAT-SEM1, which it's a data which is freely available on Google. Basically, it is a data from multivariate data analysis book, which has been written by Hare, Black, Anderson, and Tatham, and they have used their first letter, Hare, Black, Anderson, and Tatham. This data is freely available. Okay, so just download it, open, and it will say that you want to work on this data. I say okay. Now, as soon as I say that thing, you can see that it has imported the data. Now, what is the preliminary thing it gives? The preliminary thing it gives is the correlation among all the variables. Okay, the raw file. Okay, but now again you go and you double click here, and it will show me all the measured variable. Now, what is this measured variable? Let's try to understand. What is this measured variable? This measured variable are those variables which were there in your questionnaire. I'm again repeating. These measured variables are those variables which were there in your questionnaire. Constructs will never be on your questionnaire. Okay. Now, if I click first variable, it gives me some statistics. It gives me some statistics like mean, median, minimum, maximum, and standard deviation. Now, what is the importance of this statistics? The importance of this statistics is that it is a very good thing for the filtration of the data directly from here. Now, what do I mean to say that thing? What I mean to say is that, say for example, in case of any variable, suppose everybody has ticked 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, then what will happen? The standard deviation of this will become 0. It means that this particular measured variable is not working properly, and I will get 0 here, and it will, and from here only I can say that I will have to remove this variable. Okay, so what I want the variable which has got the variance in it. It means that there should be people who has ticked 1 also, there should be some people who has ticked 5 also. So there should be equal more or less equal frequency, or not equal, more or less equal. I should say it should follow the normal distribution, at least that there should be some tick in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now what next? The next is when I select two variables, when I select two measured variable, it shows me the correlation between them, which is also very good. We require that it should be highly correlated. Now, what does it mean? Suppose if it is a reflective construct, it tells me very clearly that the correlation among them is very high. But if it is a formative construct, it will tell me from here only that the correlation has gone low, and there is an indication that this is a formative construct. Okay, now if I select 3, it will give me the best relation among the 3, JS1, JS2, and JS3. Okay, so I start with this. I pick up JS4. I just drag and drop in the canvas. Done. Okay. Now I pick up another one. The another one is OC1, OC2. Okay. OC1, OC2. Oops, there is a mistake that I have not taken OC3 and OC4. Don't worry. There is no problem. There is no such problem of committing any mistake in SmartPLS. If you forgot something, that if you have not taken any measured variable, again drag and drop into that, and it will pick it up. Again, take OC4 in it. What is OC1 and OC4? I have already explained. See, these are all constructs which I had taken. This one, SI1, these are this, OC1, OC2. Okay. So this is the same thing. I'm taking it here. Now I'm taking environmental perception, EP1, EP2, EP3, EP4. I'm dragging and dropping it. Okay. Then I'm taking the co-worker, relationship with the co-worker, AC1, AC2, AC3, and AC4. Drag it and drop it. Done. Fine. I can rearrange the flexibility it is giving me to rearrange, fine, so that the diagram looks well. Okay, what is left out? Staying intention. Now all these variables, does it impact my staying intention or not? So SI1, SI2, SI3, SI4, drag it and drop it. Done. Now I want to change the location of this measured variable. Just click on it. You can easily do the changes from here. Okay, now this red means all the variables are red. It means that the model is still not ready for the analysis. So how will I make how will it will get ready for the analysis? But before that, we will have to name the constructs. So what is this construct? Click on it, right click, rename, job satisfaction. Okay, job satisfaction. Click OK, done. Then I say organizational commitment, rename. See, this is a name which I am giving. This was not in your questionnaire. Okay, organizational commitment. Okay, and why it is necessary to name it? Because it will get display in your reports. Okay, next, environmental perception. Environmental perception. Click OK, done. Then click relationship with co-workers, or I'll just write down co-workers. Okay, co-workers. Then I write down this thing, rename, staying intentions. Click OK. Now let's connect. I want to see, is job satisfaction affecting my staying intention? Connect it. Is organizational commitment affecting my staying intention? Connect it. Is environmental perception affecting my staying? Connect it. Co-workers, staying intention. When all these things are connected, it will give you a blue signal that your model is ready for the analysis. What else you can do with this? Okay, what else you can do with this? Now you can also, there are people who like the grid look, so you can activate the grid look from here. Okay, you can also check the themes from here, and you can make it black and white. Okay, you can also go for the black and white theme. It's up to you how you want to work. Okay, you want to work in yellow and blue settings, fine. Then I will remove this, and let's start the analysis. Okay, I'll just, now in this menu there are two things which will pop up. One is PLS algorithm and another is a consistent PLS algorithm. When you are very sure, I am repeating again, when you are very sure that everything is reflective, in my case all the constructs are reflective, then you go for consistent PLS algorithm. Okay, but if you are dicey, that there are chances that my construct can be formative also and it can be reflective also, then you go for the PLS algorithm. Now what do I mean by that thing? Just see what is happening on the screen. See, this is formative, reflective, formative, reflective. Okay, I'm not sure that this construct is formative or reflective, then you go for PLS algorithm. Okay, click on it and run it. Start calculation. Okay, now there is a range of statistics which it generates. Okay, now in this case, first of all, go in outer loadings. You go for walls. How are the walls there? So you can see that AC1, AC2, AC3, AC4, the loadings of this you can see that if loadings of this are there or not. Now what is the criterion? The criterion for this thing is that your value should be above 0.708. Now why such criterion has been made? The value of this should be above 0.0708. What do I mean to say that thing? Okay, let's go here. This value should be above 0.708. Okay, so why that criterion has been made? Let's try to understand. Suppose just assume that if I toss a coin, then what is the probability that it will be a heads and tails? 50-50. Okay, 50-50. So you can say that I want the explanatory power of any model. I want the explanatory power of any model or any variable on a particular construct, which should be more than the nature's probability. Now, what I mean to say that thing, okay, what I mean to say that thing is, let's say, for example, there is a relationship between the measured variable and the construct. Okay. I want that this relationship should be more than 0.5. Okay, this relationship must be more than point. It means that this variable should be able to explain that construct. Okay, say for example, if I say that the relationship is less than 0.5, then there is no big deal in creating the relationship, because nature's probability is 50-50. You should go beyond that thing. Okay, so now if I want to take this thing as a 50-50, the explanatory power should be 50-50. What is this thing? It is variance. The explanatory power of the model should be 0.5. Okay, so then what will be my you can say the standard deviation. The standard deviation is considered to be the square root of it, and therefore if you say that it should be more than 0.708, and that's the reason from that this figure has been derived, that you should get this path coefficient more than 0.708, then it will have a good explanatory power. Okay, in case if you are not able to remember any such thing, that this is a threshold limit which has been specified, if you don't remember it, then just go in this statistics which is generated. The statistics have been designed such a way that it will indicate on its own that, see, this OC1 is having a very less explanatory power on that, and it is not able to explain beyond 50%. How is it? If you take the square of 0.67, roughly it will be near to 0.38. It is having only 38% explanatory power, and therefore there is no value addition which is coming from OC1. So the first thing which we go is we check is the outer loading. We are just checking the outer loading. Okay, then there is a difference between formative and reflective. In case of reflective construct, we are using the term outer loading, and in case of formative construct, we are using outer weights. This is the only difference, nothing else. I'm repeating again. In case of reflective, this one, we are this is used as a outer loading, and if it was the same thing, if it was a formative scale, then we would have used it as a outer weights. That this is the only difference. Now, what additional advantage SmartPLS gives to us? Okay, now just highlight this, use absolute values, and it will tell me that those relationships which are very, very significant in terms of what, that they are less than 0.05 will be made dark. Can you see this? So environmental perception has a very huge effect on staying intention in comparison to co-workers and in comparison to job satisfaction. So you can highlight the paths. Okay, what else you can do? Now I had explained you something, inner model. So this is your inner model. Okay, all blue, construct to construct, they are all inner model. So whatever changes which you do here, it will be definitely reflected here only. Okay, inner model. So it will give you, I don't want anything here, it will become blank. See, it talks about inner model only. Okay, this talks about outer model, construct to variable. I want outer weights. Okay, I want outer loadings. Okay, so this is outer loading. I can also have what is the average variance extracted by each construct. I can also have composite reliability. I can also have the Cronbach alpha of each and every construct. Okay, I can also have, right? If I go in PLS algorithm, and suppose if I say something, if I go in PLS algorithm and when I run this, okay, just wait. Now I'm running the construct reliability and validity. Okay, so there is some criterion. Now just remember that there is an outer wall which we are testing. What was the outer wall? If you have forgotten, don't worry, I will go back again. Okay, I'll just show you what was the outer wall in any model. First of all, we are just testing the outer wall. That is my outer wall good or not? This one, blue one, and that is tested by using the reliability and the validity test. Well, reliability and validity is tested. So what is a criterion for testing that is my outer wall okay or not? So the criterion is that this is a criterion. The first criterion I already discussed, that the item loading should be more than 0.708. The Cronbach alpha and the composite reliability should be more than 0.7. The average variance extracted per construct should be more than 0.5, and the heterotrait monotrait ratio should be less than 0.85. So these are the criteria on the basis of which the reliability is tested, and these are the criteria on the basis of which the validity is tested of the model, or in other words, we are testing the four walls of our model. Okay, let's go there from where we can test this. I'll just go it here and click it. Okay, Cronbach alpha more than 0.7, pass. Rho more than 0.7, pass. Composite reliability more than 0.7, pass. Okay, average variance extracted more than 0.5, pass. So our model has achieved the reliability and validity, but still one thing is left out, and that is a discriminant validity. The discriminant validity means, is there any overlapping of one variable on another variable? Is it there or not? So how it is tested? It is tested as discriminant validity. Now what is a way in which I should check this? Okay, how it is tested? So there are two criterions for testing the discriminant validity. One is a Forner-Larkin criterion, another is a heterotrait monotrait ratio. Okay, they are, if you see this thing, they have been made very simple, very simple. What these things are? Okay, what these things are, just a minute. What these things are, I will go in path, I will go in construct reliability and validity, and just see 0.758. Okay, just see this 0.758. Okay, this is average variance extracted, and I will activate the calculator here. Be with me, all of you, just be with me, all of you. If I take the square root of this, if I take the, what is the figure which is there, it is the square root of, here it is there or not, square root of, okay, square root of, what is the value? 0.758. Okay, what is the value? Am I getting it or not? Just a minute. Okay, I'll do it here. Is it 0.870? Just see the square root of average variance extracted. And you see the same thing in discriminant validity in Forner-Larkin criteria. It is just a square root of average variance extracted. Now, what is the significance of this figure? The significance of this figure is that when I click, or suppose if I click on 0.836, then this figure should be highest in column also and in row also. If it is highest, it means that the discriminant validity has been achieved. Okay, I click here again. 0.798. Is it highest in row and column? Yes. Is it highest? Yes. Okay, if I've achieved that thing, it means that I've achieved the discriminant validity. Now there is some biasness in this Forner-Larkin criterion, and therefore the authors of this this software came out with the new statistics, and that is a heterotrait and monotrait ratio, HTMT. Now what is the philosophy of this? When we will take a very, you can say, detailed workshop, that how all these are calculated. If time permits, I can show manually also on Excel that how all these are connected with each other, that outer loading goes in AVE, then it goes, the same thing goes in Cronbach alpha, the same thing goes in Forner-Larkin criterion, and same thing from same thing HTMT is calculated. If the time permits, I will show that how it is calculated. Okay, so here the criterion which they have set is that this value of all this construct should be less than 0.85, should be less than 0.85. I am again repeating, HTMT should be less than 0.85. If you don't remember anything, don't worry, directly go in graph and just see which is a naughty variable in your case who has crossed the limit. Okay, if all of them are in green, then nothing to worry. It means that things are smooth. No, there is not a single variable which is overlapping, or there is no problem of divergent validity. or discriminant validity. It means that variables are not overlapping with each other. Good, fine. Reliability talks about the reproducibility. Validity talks about that are we measuring the same thing what we want to measure or not. Okay, are we measuring the same thing which we want to measure or not. Then the last thing which we are testing in our four walls is the collinearity statistics. In this case, the value should not exceed more than 3. Okay, it should be less than 3. If it is less than 3, it clearly indicates that things are fine. There is no overlapping of among the constructs. The multicollinearity issue is not there. Things are fine. Everything is moving very, very nice. Okay, so up till now, what we have done, we have just tested the four walls. We have not gone ahead also in creating the model. Still, we have not brought the furniture. We have not gone for in how we will arrange the furniture inside our the house. Okay, this is just, you can say that this is just we can say that we have bought the flat and the four walls are concrete or not. We are testing it. Okay, now next comes that there is a doubt. I am having a doubt that this job satisfaction, is it the formative or is it reflective. So there is, you can say, a small doubt has been there where some researchers are saying that this is a formative scale and this is a reflective scale. So what to do in that scenario. Okay, so what can be the indications that this is your formative or reflective construct. Okay, what can be the indications. So the indication is that there is a theory which is suggesting that this is a formative construct. You have asked the item in such a way that they themselves are causes. Then there is you have to use a formative construct. If composite reliability is less than 0.7, if AV is gone down below 0.5, the average variance extracted has gone below 0.5, when no model is available, when we are not sure, in all this scenario we are going for testing, that is in a formative or a reflective. Now what we can do in this scenario, the scenario is that if the theory, again this is there in the book only. Okay, this is the book which they have written so nicely. We are just trying to decipher what has been written in the book. So if the theory is suggesting, if items are asked in that manner, if CR is less than 0.7 and if AV is less than 0.5, then we go for convergent validity testing, which is done by redundancy analysis, single global item, that we will not do today. It is being the convergent validity of the formative scale is tested by redundancy analysis suggested by Chin, that is a single global item. What it says is, I'll just say the crux of it, that you introduce, if there are, if you are very sure that there are 4 statements which are having a formative one, then introduce in your question one statement which is a global item which is having a reflective scale, and then test it. But there is another method to say that is it following a formative scale or not, and that is only present in SmartPLS, and that is known as a confirmatory tetrad analysis, confirmatory CTAs. Now what these CTAs are, see, just understand, first thing is tetrad. Tetrad pack means the pack of 4. Tetrad pack, you can run CTA only in scenarios like, you can run CTA only when you are having 4 measured variable on a particular construct, then only you can run it, otherwise you cannot run it. Okay, what is the criterion, how it works, how CTA works. So the formula for CTA is that the tetrad is the covariance of 1 2 into covariance of 3 4 minus covariance of 1 3 into covariance of 2 4. Don't worry, I'll make it very, very simple, and I'll say that those who have created CTA, they are marvelous people. What they thought about it. Okay, see how CTA is working. The CTA is working in a manner that, suppose there is a first case, the first respondent is just taking everything in. For example, if this is a reflective scale, then you will have more or less ticks same everywhere. Okay, more or less ticks same everywhere because it is a reflective construct. Okay. Okay. Then what they do, the average is taken of the particular statement. Then I take the deviation of this particular statement from this. So the deviation 1 of the statement 1, deviation 2 of the statement 2, deviation 3 of the statement 3, deviation 4 of the statement 4. Then what I do is I find out the covariance between them. So D1 into D2, D1 into D3, D1 into D4, D2 into D3, then D2 into D4, D3 into D4. Okay. Then what I do is I take the average of it. Okay. So that this is the average of D1, D2, average of D1, D3, average of D1, D4, average of D2, D3, D2, D4. Then I apply the formula of tetrad. So what is the formula of tetrad which I have shown? The covariance of 1, 2 into covariance of 3, 4. How we go? Just see. 1, 2, 3, 4. The covariance of 1, 2 into covariance of 3, 4 minus covariance of 1, 3 into covariance of 2, 4. We are doing minus. Okay. We are just subtracting it. Now, if you are having a reflective construct, it means very clear you are going to get a tetrad near to 0. It is an indication that it is your reflective construct. Now, what will happen in a formative construct? What will happen in a formative construct? You are not sure, or rather the scales which you are used, they are not going to go in the same manner. So probably if this is 5, you may be getting a different answer here. 1, 1, 1, and just see 1, 1, 1, or here 1, 2, 1, 1. See, your tetrad is moving away. Your tetrad is moving away from 0. And as soon as it is moving away from 0, it is a clear-cut indication that it is a formative construct. The presence of 0 means it is a reflective construct. The absence of 0 means it is a formative construct. Now, how will I do the tetrad, confirmatory tetrad analysis in SmartPLS? Just click on it and make this Alt Q. Okay, I'm just picking up randomly the job satisfaction. I'm having a doubt. The job satisfaction can also be a formative construct. I'm also making this thing as Alt Q. Okay, and I'm running calculate. Confirmatory tetrad analysis. Start calculation. I will answer each and everything. I will answer. Just have a patience. I will answer everything. I will answer. Don't worry. I will answer. Okay. One by one, we will take each and everything. Okay. And I will give you a case study also, because at 3:15, we will take a break. Before that, we will discuss many things. Okay. Just listen. Coworker. If your p-value is more than 0.05, it means that it is a reflective construct. Okay. Suppose there are 100 items here. There are 100 tetrads which have been formed, 100 combinations which have been formed, and if 80% and above are having p-value more than 0.05, it means that it is a reflective construct. Okay, you want to see how it is written? The guideline is that this is a guideline. The guideline is check the p-value of all the tetrads of each construct. If 80% of combinations have p-value more than 0.05, then it is a reflective construct. Also check the confidence interval low and high. If the presence of 0 is there, as I already told you, then it is a reflective construct. Okay, so where to go? You have to go here. Go in the last column. Minus to plus. Is 0 present? Yes, reflective. Minus to plus, is 0 present? Yes, it is a reflective construct. Okay, are p values more than 0.05? Yes, it is a reflective construct. Now let's check for environmental perception. First of all, p value more than 0.05, reflective construct. Okay, here minus to plus, is 0 present? Yes. Minus to plus, is 0 present? Then it is a reflective construct. Okay. Job satisfaction. P value more than 0.05, reflective. Minus to plus, minus to plus. Okay. Organizational commitment more than 0, oh sorry, more than 0.05, fine. Minus to plus, minus to plus, fine. Last, pay attention, staying intention. P value gone below 0.05. P value gone below 0.05. Okay. Let's see the presence of 0 is there or not. Plus to plus, 0 is not present. Plus to plus, 0 is not present. It means that this is the formative construct. Now you will be surprised that though I had not given the command of this, I already said that this is a for just check for this and this. But SmartPLS on its own check all the constructs which are having more than 4. More than 4 means 1, 2, 3, and 4, that it is a formative or a reflective construct. So I'm very clear that this is reflective, this is reflective, and this is formative. Okay, I'm giving you one case study. The case study is that this is a default example which has been set here, extended model. Be with me. Okay, I'll zoom it a little bit. I'll zoom it a little bit. Okay, and I want to evaluate that. I want to evaluate that how many are having a formative and how many are reflective. So there is a quality, there is a performance, CSOR is there, attrition is there, like is there, KUSA is there, KUSL is there, COMB is there. So I'm just going in calculate, confirmatory tetrad analysis, start calculation. Okay, and you will tell me that is it a reflective scale or is it a confirmatory? Okay, so we have just gone here and okay, the first thing which you should observe is that it has generated the result of only CSOR, performance, and quality. Why so? Why so? Why others results have not been generated? Let's go to the model. Okay, let's go to the model. Comp is not generated. Why? Because there are only 3 measured variables. CTA does not work for less than 4 variables. So we are not sure about this thing. Okay, attrition, not sure. Like, not sure. It will not generate any statistics also. And KUSAL also, it will not generate. It does not generate for KUSA also because CTA does not work on second order. So it will only generate for quality, performance, CSOR. Let us check. Is it same? Yes, it is same. Okay. Now, how will I evaluate? How many tetrads it has generated? It has generated 1, 2, 3, 4. So many tetrads are there. And we are not sure that how many are reflective and how many are formative. Okay, let's see the p-value. Reflective, reflective, formative, 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 formative. Sorry, reflective, 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 reflective. This is formative, reflective, 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 reflective. Now, what is the moral of the story is? The moral of the story is that suppose there are 30 tetrads which have been generated, and if 80% are having p-value more than 0.05, then it is confirmed that it is a reflective construct. Let's check for performance. All p-value more than 0.05, reflective, clear. Here again the same thing, you will have to count it. If 80% are saying that it is more than the p-values are more than 0.05, it is reflective. So we stop here. Saurav sir, shall we take a break? Saurav sir?
Yes, sir, we can. I think we can take a 10 minutes break and then we can join after 3:20. Will it be fine, sir?
Yeah,
3:20 we join sharp. 3:20 sharp we can join.
Right. Okay.
Okay, right, sir. Right. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, shall we start now?
Yes, we'll start.
Okay. Right, sir. Okay, welcome to all of you after the break. We'll start now.
Okay, so till now we have just tested that how the four walls are they good or not. That's a reliability and validity testing of the model which was being done. But after doing all this process of testing the outer model, we have to go in the inner model, and now the procedure starts for testing the inner model. And in inner model we talk about path coefficients, r square, adjusted r square, are they doing well or not. So how we can I do that. So I'll close this one, I'll close this, and I'll again come to my other thing. So now there was a question that, sir, can we work at reflective and formative scale on a particular model at the same time? Yes, you can definitely work. See, this is reflective, 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 and reflective, and this is formative, and I'll run the analysis on this only, and let's try to see what happens. So I'm running PLS algorithm, start calculation. Now there are two things which are there. One is a PLS algorithm and another is a bootstrapping. Both will generate different statistics. Okay. Why bootstrapping is being done? Bootstrapping is you are iterating the process. The sample is iterated to get a very stable estimates. Okay. So that's the reason the bootstrapping is being done. But in case of PLS algorithm, the first thing which you should go is for the collinearity statistics. Your inner VF values again should be less than 3. Now we are starting the inner model. Okay, we are testing the inner model, so it should be less than 5. Okay, if this is less than 5, done. Let's proceed again. So now I go in demo again the file, and now I calculate calculate bootstrapping. And in bootstrapping, you the authors have suggested that you should go for 5,000, but as because of the paucity of the time, I'm using just 500. So I'm using complete bootstrapping, start calculation. Okay, what we are doing testing of inner model. Okay, it takes some time. Okay, so the statistics have been generated. Now in this, what we will do, first we will see the explanatory power of the model. Okay, authors have said that it should be reasonably more than 0.7, but the explanatory power is 35% in this case. The more this entire constructs are able to explain on the you can say endogenous variable 35% variance. Okay, so that's the r square is 35%. There is no significant you should check there should not be any significant difference between r square and r square adjusted. Okay, if there is a significant difference, then you can say that there is some web construct which is not working, or there is some variable which is not contributing, and therefore the difference is significant. Otherwise the difference should be same. Sorry, the number should be same. Then you go for model fit. Now the model fit is in a very nascent stage in PLS algorithm. It's in a very nascent stage. Okay, still it's in a developing stage in smart PLS. But then also you can definitely go there and you can click on model fit, and in model fit this value should be this one should be less than 0.08. This value should be less than, this is standardized root mean square residual, this should be less than 0.08, and the normative fit index should be nearer to 0.9. So if this is there, the model fit is okay, then tolerance is okay. Then let's proceed to the next level. So what the thing is, what you are checking, you are checking the thing is, the first thing you are checking is the tolerance, the VIF value. The second thing you are checking is the path coefficients. Okay, so let's see the path coefficients. If it is not clear here from here, then you go here and you just test it. Path coefficients, okay. And from here in inner model, you should also be having a p value. Okay, if your p value is less than 0.05, is this path working? Yes, p value less than 0.05, fine. Second, is this path coefficient less than 0.05? Yes, it is working. It means that co-workers are significantly affecting staying intention. So what is the contribution? 0.128. So what is the explanatory power? Take the square of it. Okay. Environmental perception 0.336. Organizational commitment 0.28. Job satisfaction, staying intention. Okay. So that is the contribution which that is a contribution of E, and all these are significant. So what I said is, first we check the outer model by reliability and validity, and then we check the inside inner model. So now we are testing the inner model. So in this case, the first thing from where we started, first we tested VIF. The step is first check VIF. Then what you do? Then you check the path coefficients. Are path coefficients significant? That you can check it from here model also. When you are clear with this, then you go to the R square. Is your R square good? Done. Is your R square adjusted good? Done. Okay. Then it generates the F square. Okay. This is known as the effect. Is it having the effect or not? Is it having a good effect or not? So F square should be, what is the criterion for F square? Let's see the criteria. So that is a effect size which is there. Okay. That's a effect size which is there. Just a minute. In F square, yeah, here F square, I'll activate it. F square. Okay. So the criterion for F square is, it is known as the effect of that variable, and it should have a very the range has been specified for F square. The range is this. The range is this. If the value of the particular variable is less than 0.02, it is that variable is having a very small effect. If it is 0.15, medium effect, and if it is more than 0.35, it is a large effect. Okay, so with this understanding, let's try to go there and see in SmartPLS what is the effect of this variable. You can very clearly see that organizational commitment is not at all contributing. If you get confused that the contribution is there or not, just click on F square and you will see what the contribution is. The effects, the contribution is very, very medium. Okay, effects is very, very medium, right? Of all of them. On what basis I'm saying? The basis is this basis. The matrix, just see this value and what authors have suggested, this value. Just compare it. Okay, most of them are having the values which are very less than 0.50. Okay, now the niche of SmartPLS. What is the niche of SmartPLS and how it is working? The niche of SmartPLS is that it is into the predictive relevance. Okay, now what, first of all, understand the concept. Okay, it does a blindfolding. It means that it deletes every seventh variable. Suppose if I specify 7 in it, it deletes 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. These observations are these are the latent scores which are deleted. And what it will do, that it will try to predict what should be the value here, and then the difference between actual minus predicted matrix is generated, and is the matrix is the difference too large or not is calculated. If the difference is not too large, it means that your model is working very well, its predictive relevance is very high. What does that mean? It means that there is a possibility that you can generalize this model. You can generalize the predictive power of this model is good. But there is one more step in this, and that is known as a PLS predict, which goes beyond this, that my PLS algorithm is better than linear regression or not. That will not do today. This is just talking about, is my model having predictive relevance or not. So what is the criterion? The criterion is, the threshold limit is that if you get the Q square statistics between this range, then it is having a very weak predictive relevance. If it is between this, then it is having a moderate predictive relevance. And if it is more than this, then it is having a very strong predictive relevance, more than 35%. Let's try to see that how much predictive relevance our model is having. So from where I will go, again, I will go in demo. Again, I will go here and I will do the blindfolding. Okay, I will do the blindfolding. So depending upon sample, it will tell me that you can run this or not. See, 8 you cannot run because it is the odd number which is being generated. 7 it will run, 6 it will run. Okay, 8, not run, 9 it will run, 10 not run. So normally we keep 7 default setting is 7, and you should keep that only. So start calculation. So this is a predictive relevance which I'm getting. So I'm getting q square now as 0.25. Let me compare with the what is been specified, 0.25. So this model is having a very moderate predictive relevance, predictive relevance. Okay. Then so how many things, what are the things which we are testing in inner model? We are testing to imbibe in you the learnings of today. In inner model, we are first generating PLS algorithm. In that, first thing we are testing is collinearity statistics. Then what we are testing, we run bootstrapping, and in bootstrapping we are testing path coefficients, we are testing R square, we are testing R square adjusted, and in model fit we are testing SRMR, that is should be less than 0.08, and your active relevance or not. Now another niche of smart PLS is something which is known as importance performance matrix analysis. This is again you can say that it works very well, in the sense that suppose some variables are not able to work properly, or some measured variable are not able to contribute something on the construct, how to identify it. So they came up with the concept of IPMA, that is importance performance matrix analysis. Okay, how it is working, let's see. See, suppose there is a path coefficient which is there. The path coefficient is this is a path coefficient. Wait, this one. Suppose if I say that this is a path coefficient, co-worker to staying intention. Now how it is calculated, how IPMA is working. First of all, let's see that there is a performance. Now these are the actual Likert scale which they have given. Okay, the ranking given by respondents on AC1, AC2, AC3, AC4, EP1, EP2, and they can be on different scale. Now what we will do is that I will convert all these things into the percentage. Okay, I will convert all these things into the percentage. What is the formula which I will use? So the formula which they have specified for this IPMA is that the formula which they have specified for IPMA is here, it is there or not? Yeah, this is the formula. The original value minus the minimum value in the entire row divided by the maximum minus minimum. So if someone has given 4, then 4 minus 1 is minimum in Likert scale, 5 is maximum, okay, into 100, and that will give me the 75%. Let us check, is it working? So I again go here, and I have taken 1 here. So this is 0, 1 is 0, 2 is 25. Okay, so I convert all of them into percentage. What next? The next thing is I will take the average of this average of this scale. Okay, average of all this percentage. Okay, I will take the average of this percentage, 44, 51, 44, and I will take the aggregate average of 1, 2, 3, 4, and I will place it here. Is it clear? I will place it here. Then I take the importance. From where I got this, I got it simple, the path coefficient. So these are my path coefficients which have been taken. Sorry, from here. 0.127 path coefficient. Okay, so now I am having two things. I am having the performance of that particular variable, okay, co-worker, and I am having the importance from the path coefficient. When I plot the graph of it, I get something like this. See, this is 0.127 and this is 51.9%. So I get some point here. So what they have said is they have divided the quadrants into 4 parts. In case of IPMA, you draw 50% from in performance and 50% into importance. All those variables which are in this scale are considered to be the excellent one. Excellent one. Why? Because the performance is high and the importance is high. Now, those variables which are in this, they are having low performance. Okay, how to increase the performance, that I will tell. but the importance is high. So there is a possibility that you, if the statements are added in your construct, there is a possibility that this measured variable can be pushed, this constructs can be pushed here, and you can get the good result. Okay, all those here are worse, they are not performing at all, here also not performing. How to run IPMA in SmartPLS on our model? Let's see. Go in demo. Okay, calculate IPMA. Now it will ask me that what is your target variable. It works only and only on dependent variable staying intention. Okay, now there is something which I have to specify. See, there are scales. In case of AC1, it is 1 to 5. In AC2, 1 to 6. Here it is 0 to 10. I want to bring all of them on same scale. So I will specify 1, 5, and just see what are the changes which are happening here. 1 to 6, 1 to 6. Just see the changes which are happening. All of them will be calibrated on the same scale. Got it? Done. Start calculation. Once this is done, you just click on construct, and it immediately generates the graph which are the good constructs. First of all, draw the line of 50%, 0.5. 0.5 is not at all existing only. Okay, just see the line here, 50%. So I can say that these two variables fall in the range of second quadrant, this quadrant. These are good news. But the bad news is that where are the remaining other twos? So they are not at all performing good. That is organizational commitment and environmental perception are not at all doing well. Now, if I want to do the microscopic view, that in this construct, which are the measured variables which are not performing, I will go in this indicators, and it will give me very clear cut that which is not performing well. See, now this is AC1, AC2, which are not performing well. So this is IPMA. It is basically how to improve our research by adding more and more statements. How can I improve the performance and importance of the particular construct? Okay, how can I improve the, is there how can I improve it? Okay, next come is the mediation. Next is the mediation analysis which we are doing. Now, in the once you have constructed your 4 walls, you can keep your furniture the way I want to keep, and I want to test the model. Okay, that which is the best way in which the things can work. Okay, but remember, once you cannot change the outer model, you cannot change the measured variables. So I can keep my furniture anyway, and for this I want to reorganize, or I want to test 2 or 3 models at a time. There are multiple models which I want to work, or I want to say that which is the best way in which my furniture will look better. So I want to go for a number of ways in which I can test. One of the ways that we had talked about, that thing is a mediating effect. I had given you the example, if the child is not able to convince the father directly, okay, the child takes the route of satisfaction. So this is a direct effect, and this is the indirect effect which is there. Now, the opinion see, there is a Barron and Kenny approach which is there, and Barron and Kenny has came out with number of mediating and moderating relationship which can exist. They are of the opinion that suppose the direct relationship don't exist, you don't go for testing the indirect relationship. But the research done by Chin, he said that even if the direct relationship don't exist, you should go for testing of indirect relationship. Now, what does that mean? Let's try to see. I'll show something, and then I will test the same thing on SmartPLS. Just a minute. So that is a mediation. Just a minute. I'll just. Okay. No, this one. See, what Barron and Kenny said, that if this is not working, you should not go for testing the indirect variable. But Chin said that even if the indirect variable is working, You should check the indirect effect even in the absence of direct relationship. Okay. Now, does the effect is? Remember this P1, P2, and P3, and in the papers which they have published, they have also used P1, P2, and P3 also. P3 is a direct effect. P1 and P2, P1 is Y1 is affecting M and M is affecting Y2. So what is the direct effect? The direct effect is P3. What is the indirect effect? P1 into P2. This is indirect effect, P1 into P2. And they give the entire relationship is that suppose that C is absent, then there is no mediation. There is no mediation. Suppose if I say that these both are significant, then the path is C is equal to C dash plus A dot into B. And there can be a possibility that there is only indirect effect. So if there is only indirect effect, it means full mediation. If there is a presence of direct plus indirect, then there is a partial mediation. And if the indirect effect is absent, then there is no mediation. So they gave the full chart. This chart is given by Zhao. And the chart is P1, P2 significant? Yes. Is P3 significant? Yes. If all of them are positive, they are complementing each other. If all of them are not positive, then they are competitive. Okay. Now, is P3 not significant? Then there is full mediation. If P3 is if P1, P2 not significant and P3 is significant, then there is only direct mediation. So this is a chart which is given. See, you have to remember one thing. There is a road which is going. What are the two ways in which the road can be there? If both the routes are working, if this route is working and if this route is also working, then there is a partial mediation. If only this route is working, then there is a direct relationship. If so, there is no mediation. If this indirect route is only working, then there is a full mediation. Now, with this concept, how we will do this thing in SmartPLS? Let's try to change the relationship. Let's try to change the relationship. I'm not changing. I'm not say. First of all, let me come here. Okay, let me come here. If I change this thing, okay, if I change this thing, I am shuffling the outer model, which is not at all allowed. Once you have achieved the reliability and validity, this is not allowed. Okay, don't do this. Don't change the outer model. Once you have made the four walls, don't change it. So what is allowed? Okay, so what is allowed? So now the thing is allowed is I want to say that suppose organizational commitment is affecting staying intention directly. Okay, is there any other route in which this can affect? So I am taking the another route. What is the another route? The another route is that I am taking this route. Okay, so there is a direct effect and there is an indirect effect. So I want to see that is there any presence of direct and indirect effect or not. So from where will I go? Now this thing has been made so simple in SmartPLS. It has been made so simple. So calculate, go in bootstrapping, start calculation. Just wait for a minute. Now it specifies everything. First of all, path coefficient is a direct effect. Is direct effect significant? Yes. P value, all P values are less than 0.05. Good. Only indirect effect. Okay, there is only indirect effect. Click on it. Indirect effect means co-worker to staying intention, organizational commitment to job satisfaction. Okay, organizational commitment to job satisfaction. But one thing which is there is you click on special indirect effect and it will tell you the entire route of the analysis from OC to GS to staying intention. It will specify this thing. Okay, now how this figure is arrived? Okay, 0.013. I'll make for you very simple. Just remember OC to GS, GS to SI. OC to JS and JS to SI. Go here and just click on OC to JS. OC to JS and JS to SI. If you multiply this 0.164 with 0.079, just multiply it. You will get the indirect effect. 0.164 into 0.079. Just do it on your calculator. 0.164 into 0.079. You will directly get this special direct indirect effect. This figure, you will get it. Okay, you will get this effect. Sorry, this one. Is it significant? No, it is, the indirect effect is not significant because it is more than 0.05, and therefore there is no indirect, this indirect effect is not there. Can I make the model more complicated? Yes, I can definitely make the model more complicated. Now I'll connect this with this, done. This with this, done. Okay, and now I want to see that is there any presence of, now is there any alternative route? Bootstrapping, done. Start calculation. Directly attack at indirect effects, all those indirect effects which are there. To the matter of surprise, all the p values are more than 0.05 and there is no presence of any indirect relationship. Okay, so this is one model. There can be an another model also. Let's complicate the model more. Okay, I am just shifting this thing here. Okay, and at present I am removing this thing, and I am saying that there are two routes. I am specifying another route, this also and this also. Okay, and now run calculate PLS algorithm. So from, we can reach from three ways to at any particular location. Okay, wait, I'll remove this. Okay, so I'm specifying that you can go from this to this, you can go from this to this, you can go from this to this. Is it significant or not? Now, if you feel that you don't want to go there and complicate the matter, you can pick up the p values directly from here, from inner model. Click on it, and you can get the effects also from here. Okay, you can get the effects from also from here. So see, this value is very, the direct effect is very prominent in this case, 0.336. So I can complicate the model this way also. Still, can I complicate the model? Yes, I can complicate the model. Now, this is known as a parallel mediation. This is known as parallel mediation, means 1 to 2. And from here, I will just show on diagram what is a parallel mediation, so that you can come to know the difference between parallel. See, this is a parallel mediation. This we have tested. Now, if there are two routes to reach at a particular destination, okay, A1 into B1, A2 into B2, there are two routes which are there. Which route you will be selected? The most significant route will be selected in case of the parallel mediation. How will I able to come to know that which is the most significant route? Okay, what I'll do is I'll go and calculate. I'll go in bootstrapping, and in bootstrapping start calculation. Just a minute. Okay, now see all of you. I am able to go from N1. Suppose I say OC to JS, JS to staying intention. And this is OC to co-workers and co-workers to staying intention. Which is the most significant route? Directly go into special indirect effect. Open this bracket and just see. See, this route is completely insignificant and therefore this route is not working. Gone. This is the only route which is working, right? In this case, this route is not working, this route is only working. Now you will ask me that, sir, that if both the routes are working, then what? Yes, there can be the possibility. So in that scenario, what to do? So in that scenario, we are having something like the difference. Okay, how to resolve? Now this is not given by authors, this is made by me. First, no significant effect according to the p-value, no significant, no point in calculating the difference. Now in case the second value is significant, the first value is significant, you will report there is no point in calculating the difference, which route is better. Suppose both the routes are significant, you take the difference which is more positive. The route which is more positive is more significant. Now what does it mean? It means that suppose that this was also significant and this is also significant. Which route you will take? You will take this route because this is having more value than this. Similarly here also, if this value was less than 0.05, which route you will take? You will take this route because its value is more. So this route is more significant. So this is known as mediation analysis. And the last part of today we will now go is the moderating, which someone has asked that what is a moderation? Okay, serial mediation is left out. Okay, serial mediation is left out. But what is a serial mediation? The serial mediation is that you are going by this route, there can be the possibility that you connect another arrow from here. Okay, so from here to here to here. Now remember, in serial mediation there will be always more than 4 constructs which will be connected. Okay, from here to here to here. Now what to do in that case? Nothing to worry. The life has been made so simple in SmartPLS. Just go in, calculate, bootstrapping, and is there a presence of serial mediation or not? Start calculation, directly go into indirect effect, and the route which you have specified, is it significant or not? Just check it. If its value p-value is less than 0.05, the route is significant, and if it is more than 0.05, the route is not significant. Okay, go here, just check it. Where are the 4 variables together? Yeah, here it is. This is the relationship which is there: environmental to co-worker to job satisfaction to staying intention, EC to co-worker to job satisfaction, staying intention. Is it significant? Check it. If it is green, no, it's red, it means that it is not significant. Nothing to worry. Fine. So these are the complex models which we can run. Now comes the scenario that is a moderating variable. Okay, a catalyst. Now a catalyst can be a continuous also, and it can be a categorical also. Okay. We will do only one part of today. Both we will do, continuous and categorical, but there are 2 approaches in that also. Okay. Now what is an example of the continuous? The income is in a continuous scale. Is it affecting or not? And the categorical is it a significant difference in between these 2 or not? Confused? Let's try to make it more and more simple. Just a minute. I'll make it very simple for you. Just see on your screen. Okay. Now the example which I have taken is of the house, and I'm repeating this example again and again, that if I am testing the 4 walls, I am saying that I am testing the reliability and the validity of the model, right? This is reliability and the validity which is tested. But when I am keeping the furniture, then it is an internal model which I am testing. Is it clear? But suppose now I am comparing this house with some another house. Okay, with some another house. that how this model is performing, or what is the difference between these two. So when I'm doing this, and when I'm comparing between two groups or more than two groups, at present, friends, in smart PLS we don't have we don't have comparison of more than two groups, but authors have suggested that it can be having an omnibus test in future. At present we don't have anything. So when I'm comparing the model, for example, male and female, okay, male and female, young and old, okay, actually you cannot use this nomenclature young and old, but just I'm trying to specify rural and urban, and that how this model is behaving in. So this is a categorical scale which I'm using it. Is it clear? So I'm differentiating the model into two components. But the same thing, if it is in continuous scale, then then what to do? Okay. So how to do this analysis in smart PLS? In smart PLS, okay. How to do this analysis? So I will just switch over here and I'll show you something. What are the approaches? So moderation is basically the catalyst effect, that is in the presence of that variable. What is the relationship between x and y? Is it altering or not? Okay. So we are is the strength of relationship changing or not? So moderating variable can be of two types. It can be a continuous and it can be a categorical also. We will see both today. Now, how this is the thing which authors have specified. In moderator variable, there are two approaches. One is a product indicator approach and another is a two-stage approach. And in categorical, we are having the multi-group analysis. MICOM we will not do today. MICOM is basically, they have taken MICOM to say that should we report MICOM procedure is that we want to say that is there is a significant difference in male and female or not, and if we obey that procedure, and in last, should we report the result in combine or the pooled result should be there or not. So we go for configural variance and compositional variance, but that thing, because of the paucity of the time, we will not be taking today. Okay, so definitely we will be talking about multi-group analysis of doing moderating variable today. How it is done in smart PLS. Let's try to rearrange this variable at its location, okay, and try to make the model simple, which was there. Now I'll remove, I'll remove all the lines which we had introduced. So let's try to remove this line. Done. Okay, let's try to remove this line. Done. Fine. Let's try to remove this line. Done. Let's try to remove this line. Done. Okay. Now I want to introduce the you can say the moderating effect of co-workers on staying intention. Okay, moderating effect of co-workers on staying intention. How will I introduce? I want to see the relationship, that is co-workers or altering this relationship or not. Okay, so I'll just shift it here. How it is done? Click here, right click, add quadratic effect. It will ask me that do you want to go for two stage or product indicator. At present, just say product indicator. Okay, product indicator, right? For at present, just make it reflective, alt q, okay, to make life simple. Because formative, the statistics, there are some statistics which you have to do calculate manually in formative. So at present, keep life simple. Okay, now I add quadratic effect. Done. Add quadratic effect, staying intention. And what is your independent variable? Which is your independent variable? See, I want to see the relationship that is co-worker affecting the relationship from EP to staying intention or not. Is it affecting or not? So my EP is an independent variable. So what I'll do, I'll right click, add moderating effect, which is your moderator variable. So my moderator variable is coworker. Okay, what is your independent variable? EP1. Click on product indicator. Click OK. Entire new variable has been generated. Okay. Now let's normally we keep the moderating effect in between. Why so? The results will not change, but why so? What will happen? If you keep the moderating effect in between, just see if I show the indicators of the reflective. Now what it has done, it has multiplied all the measured variable with its uh, 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 relative construct. Rather, AC1 is multiplied with EP1, AC1 with EP2, AC1 with EP3, AC1 with EP4, AC2 with EP1. So how many will be generated? How many will be generated? So these are 4 and these are 4. So 16 will be generated. So this is the moderating effect for the continuous variable which we are capturing. Okay. Now, is there any presence of moderating effect or not? How will we do? Again, simple, calculate, bootstrapping, start calculation, and it will give you the result directly that the presence of moderating effect is there or not. Okay. Is the question? Just wait for a minute. Done. Just open this and see the p-value of the moderating effect. Yes, it has gone below 0.05 and therefore there is a presence of moderating effect. What does it mean? What is its managerial implications? The managerial implication is that the environmental perception and co-workers are not working in isolation. They are working hand to hand to affect staying intentions. Okay, they are working together into to affect the staying intention. What does it mean? Now, and what is the interaction effect? I'll give you one example. Okay, what is an interaction effect and how is it working? Now, if I say that what is the probability that a teenager will meet with an accident? Okay, what is the probability that a teenager will meet with an accident? Just a minute, let me write here. What's the probability that a teenager will meet with an accident? Say for example, P1. What's the probability that a person driving a SUV car will meet with an accident? So it is P2. What's the probability that a person hearing a loud music will meet with an accident? P3. What's the probability that a person used alcohol will meet with an accident? P4. What's the probability that a person in night will meet with an accident? Now listen carefully. A teenager in an alcohol abuse condition driving a vehicle in night with a full loud music, what is the probability? What is the probability? So there is a presence of interaction effects which I am capturing. Okay, so P1 multiplied by P2 into P3 into P4 into P5. So if it is a measured variable, fine, directly we can take. But suppose if this is a construct, and this construct has been captured by using 5 variables. Okay, A1, A2, A3, and here again this has been captured by using B1. So then how to capture this? So what the PLS will do, the PLS will generate the entire new set of measured variables which are A1 into B1, A1 into B2, A1 into B3. Now again, A2 into B1, A2 into B2, that way, and then it will try to capture. So this is the story about if your moderation is in continuous scale. Now, somebody had asked that if your moderator variable is in categorical, then what to do? Okay, then what to do? I will explain that thing also. Let's come back. Let us come back here. Can we make our life more miserable, or rather, can we make more complex model? Yes, you can definitely do it. Just remove this. Okay, just remove this. And there is still another way which you can test in it. See, entire when this pandemic was going on, uh, uh, the mathematicians were wanted to study the curve which is there, that how, what is a spread and how this curve is there, the spread curve is there. So for example, just see, the relationship is in this case we are trying to study the linear relationship among the variables. Just see on your screen. Okay, the pandemic is spreading like this. Okay, and we are trying to fit the linear curve to this phenomena. Okay, it's not advisable. So I want to see that is there any presence of quadratic effect in my model or not. That also you can do it very easily from here. The presence of quadratic effect, is it there or not? Just go here, click here, right click, add quadratic effect. Okay, add quadratic effect, make it two stage, make this independent variable environmental perception, click OK, and the quadratic effect is there. Now just right click and see what it has done. Environmental perception into environmental perception. It is trying to capture the quadratic effect of environmental perception into environmental perception. Calculate, bootstrapping, done, start calculation, and it will say that is there any presence of quadratic effect in my model or not. Yeah, session is becoming complicated. I know. I'm trying to show you each and every possible thing which is there in this case. I'm trying to show you each and everything which is there. Right. For detailed session, Saurav sir will talk to you. See, is there any presence of quadratic effect or not? It will give me the answer. The p-value is less than more than 0.05, and there is no presence of quadratic effect. The last part of today, that suppose if I want to make a different model for a male and female, is it possible or not? The same model, is it working differently for male and female or not? So in this case, what I'll do, I'll just click here, generate data groups, and I specify here as gender. Okay, specify here as gender, and here I'll pick up C2 because in C2 there is a gender. Okay, click OK. It has identified that in category 1 there are 209 recordings, 209 observations, and in this there are 191. But what is this 1 and 2? I don't know. Okay, we will have to inform to the software that this 1 is male and 0 is female. How can I do? I will just go here, edit. Okay, and I will write down here 1 is male, 1 is male, and here edit, and I will say 0 is female. Click OK. Now what? I will again go here and see this has been made simple. Multi-group analysis. Click here, multi-group analysis. You pick up female from here and male from here. Run. This is what I'm talking about, moderating variable, which is a categorical variable, which can be done in multi-group analysis. There is another procedure also which has been suggested by the author, which is known as MICOM. Okay, here is the relationship significantly different in male and female? P value is more than 0.05. No. Is this relationship significantly different in male and female? P value is more than 0.05. No. Is this relationship significantly different in male and female job satisfaction to staying inside? No. But I am not getting that what are the value of the path coefficients in this. So for this purpose, what should I do? I will go in PLS algorithm and I will just specify in data groups. Please generate the different data for the output different for male and female. Start calculation. Now the same result, you can see that here a new window has been generated, female and male. This is multi-group analysis which is being done female and male. Moreover, all the statistics are also, you can use it differently here, and you can see that is there, if the difference is significant, then you will have to see that what is a coefficient and how much is it altering. Okay, how much is it altering? For example, the behavior of co-workers with staying intention. If this p-value was less than 0.05, then definitely you would have gone in this, that to find out that what is a path coefficient and how much the difference is there between male and female in this condition. Okay, in this condition. So okay, one more thing, we also check the slope which is there in this. Wait a minute. Slope is not generated. Just a minute. Okay, slope was there in the previous one. Here it's not generated. Fine. So so mediation and moderation we have seen. Okay, all these things we have seen. Multi-group analysis is there. So at present we don't have omnibus test. We are only having comparison of two groups which is being done using non-parametric test at present. Heterogeneity, there are two types of heterogeneity: observed heterogeneity and unobserved heterogeneity. Observed heterogeneity is, we know that there can be a difference between male and female, but there can be an unobserved heterogeneity also in your data, for which there is something which is known as a predicted oriented segmentation and FIMIX in SmartPLS to identify that is there any undercurrent which is passing or not. Okay, so see the same thing. This relationship, is it significantly different in male and female? This only we are trying to check by using multi-group analysis. The detailed workshop on SmartPLS can be there, in which we can have a correlation and regression analysis. Reflective and formative constructs can be discussed. Reliability and validity testing can be done. Redundancy analysis can be done. Confirmatory tetrad analysis can be done. Testing of measurement model and structural model, IPMA, PLS predict, mediation analysis, moderation analysis, MICOM, how higher order constructs are to be done, observed and unobserved heterogeneity, non-linearity we have discussed. There can be issues with endogeneity, how to deal with it. Okay, these are my books which are already available on Amazon. Okay, this is a Minitab statistical analysis using R software. These are books which are available on Amazon. And I'm conducting the workshops on all this like SPSS, MOS, SmartPLS, R software. My book is also available on R. And these are my contact details, which you can capture from here. Please take the screenshot of it. Okay. And there is a WhatsApp group of mine. Just send me hello on this, the number which is displayed, and I will join you on my WhatsApp. so that you can get the future notifications of my program, which is being conducted nationwide. So thank you. Over to you, Saurav sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for such a wonderful session. Though it seems we require a longer session to complete the whole Smart PLS. So definitely, as you have already informed, so we will be coming in the future with a long elaborative sessions also. So please stay tuned with us. We will be sharing details in our mail. Already you have like you are in our contact list. We'll be sharing the details of the future upcoming webinar on Smart PLS shortly. So it will be most will be done in May. No, sir. Let's answer some questions also. We have got a lot of questions. So shall we?
Just 1 minute break. Can you give me just 1 minute?
Sure, sir. Sure. We will join
Not
after
more
one
than
of these.
just
No problem. No
1
problem.
minute.
Sir.
Just
No
one.
problem. Right, sir.
Okay. Let's start with the interview. Sorry, the questions which are there. Before that, just Saurav sir, just a minute. Just give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Just give me 1 minute. Not more than that. See, if you read this book, no, they have done a marvelous job. Yeah, I'm sharing. I'm sharing the book name. Don't worry. I'm sharing the book name. Don't worry. I'm sharing the book name. They have done a marvelous job for us, and they have specified the flow chart for each and everything. And as they have specified the flow chart, there we have, the life is also simple. See, from where we started. We started that first ask that is it a reflective or which construct it is. If it is a reflective, then you check reliability, which we check the outer wall. And if it is a formative one, then you have to use the redundancy analysis. Okay. Once this is clear, then you go to the structural model in which you check collinearity, R square, Q square, and significance. So this model, they have followed it very religiously, and the book has been written also in the same format. Now, what is the name of the book? The name of the book is partial least square. Okay, partial least square. Just send me hello, I will send the book to you. Just send me hello, I will send the book to you. Don't worry. Okay, and it is a free book which they have made it. They have circulated worldwide. Even just you write down on just a minute. If you just write down on Google, no, you will get it immediately. Wait a minute. This is a book which authors have written directly. The book name is the structural. Wait a minute. Structural equation modeling smart PLS book. This book, this one, the primer on partial least square. Okay, they have written the price here, but if you write down PDF, the author have made it for a free circulation. Believe me, it is for a free circulation. Okay, and they have said many papers on ResearchGate, and they are all, you can download all the papers. They have written the paper on multi-group analysis. They have written a paper on heterogeneity. They have written a paper on MyCom, and they are free. Anybody can download, and we are following that procedure only in doing the analysis. Okay. And if you face anywhere problem, just send me hi, hello to me. I will send the book to you. Don't worry, I will send the book to you. Okay. Over to you, Saurav sir. Any questions are there? We will start asking, answering
Yes,
them.
sir. So a lot of questions are there. So let's start with the question number from
One.
Miss Anupama Ambika.
Huh.
So the question is, why do you say that error is not included in regression? The
Can I
standard is right. Yeah.
can I talk to Anupma ma'am? Is it possible?
Just a minute. Just a minute, sir. Anupama. Just a minute. Yeah, I will allow her to talk now. Just a minute. Yeah, Miss Anupama, you can unmute yourself and speak to Dr. Dhaval right directly.
Yeah, Anupma ma'am, tell me. Yeah, Anupma ma'am, tell me.
Hello, sir. No,
Yeah.
I was just asking, like, and you had mentioned that the error is not there, calculated in the other methods.
No, I have not said that thing.
Okay.
Just remember my words. What I have said is
Mhm.
that errors are not mapped in
Map. Oh, okay.
now let's complete. Let me try to complete. Okay.
Mhm.
Let me try to complete. Ma'am, are you working on AMOS, ma'am? Have you
No,
worked?
no.
Okay, fine. Those who have worked in AMOS,
Mhm.
okay, wait a minute. Just a minute. If you remember that there is a measured variable,
Right.
there is a construct,
Hmm.
there is again a measured variable, there is like this way. Done?
Right.
There is something which is error is also there.
Yes.
Now, what do you do with this error, ma'am? Okay. So
Mhm.
you are mapping the errors also in the model. And if you remember, there is a modification indices which is based on error only. So
Right.
you are trying to control the error.
Hmm.
In regression, you are not considering, you compute the error, but you don't take error mapping in it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Got it.
That
Yes.
is my answer. Okay.
Right. Got
Is
it.
there
Yeah.
any
Thank you.
other, is there any question else?
That's all. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Other question?
Yeah. Let me come to the second question. So the second question is from Ms. Abhilasha. What if we want to add a moderator? I think you have already answered the
Yeah,
moderator
I have
part.
already answered.
Right?
What if you
Yes.
want to know
Yes.
more?
Yes.
If you
Okay.
want,
Now,
if, yeah, please.
next, shall we go to the next question, sir?
Yes, please.
Okay. It is from Mr. Dilhan. It is around Cochrane's formula says I need 384 participants in the sample for my thesis.
Hmm.
Can I use PLS, or is the maximum number 100?
No. You can use it. You can use it. You can go ahead. See, remember one thing. It gives the best result in small sample. But if you increase the sample size, definitely it is going to give you a good result only. Okay. Again, there is a school of thought that if the sample size is more in AMOS, then and the result deteriorates because there is the formula is chi-square is n-1, something like that. So you will get a good result. Not to worry. Fine.
Right, sir. Thank you. So the second, other question is, someone has asked, Mr. Sanesh has asked to share the CSV file. So is it? I think it's available online also. The CSV file.
It is available online. Just write down HB80. Just wait. See, whatever I am sharing with you, no, there is a HB80.CSV. Just write it down. Okay, HB80.CSV. If you don't get it, just send me the mail to me. I will send the file to you. It is from the book. It is from the book Hare, Babin, Anderson, Tatham multivariate data analysis book, which is there. No, this book, the data has been picked up from this book. Okay, and they have shared the data file also. If you don't get it, just ping me, just send me the mail. I will send the data file. Don't worry, I'll share with you. Okay.
Right. Next question is from Mr. Suba. What are the main differences among reliability, validity, and discriminant validity? I think. Okay.
Can I talk to him?
Just a minute. Let me see. Uh, I think he is not. Is he? I think don't think. Sir, I think he's left. Maybe.
Okay, so reliability is something, reliability is something that suppose this experiment is repeated after some days, will it produce the same result? That is reliability. First thing. The second thing is the constructs which have been used to capture the measured variables which have been used to capture this particular construct, are they working well or not? In other words, can I use the weighing scale for measuring the height? No, I cannot use. It is not a valid instrument. Okay, so I require the measure tape only to measure the height. So similarly, what it means that I require a proper measured variable to capture the construct. So that is validity. And if I can reproduce the result, that is reliability.
Okay. And discriminant validity. So you want
discriminant, to tell about I had given you the example by this this torch. Okay, if you remember this torch, what this torch is, that if the entire focus is converging towards one, then it is, we have achieved the conversion. Okay, let me show you something. Okay, let me show you something, that how it is working. Let me show you something which was not there on the cards. Let me show you something. See, this is outer loading which we got. Right now, how these statistics have been generated. Okay, for all of you, how these statistics have been generated. What is the average variance extracted? You take a square of this and remaining is the error. Okay, you take the summation of this, and when you take the average of this, you get AVE. It means that how much these four constructs are able to explain this particular, how much these four measured variable are able to explain that. So what was the criterion? The criterion was if this is more than 0.5, very nice, very good. Then we made composite reliability. What was the composite reliability? It is B1 upon B1 square plus D1. So again, it comes from this. What are the criterion? Again, the criterion is it should be more than 0.7. Now, what does it mean? That it means that suppose all these measured variables are converging towards one side. If you get AVE more than 0.5, then you can say that the convergence is nice. What does it mean? Just wait. Suppose if this is 0.5, what will happen? This goes down. Suppose this is 0.4, what will happen? This will go down, and therefore these statements are not converging towards coworker, and therefore we are not able to achieve the reliability. We are not able to achieve the reliability. Okay, so that's the whole concept of reliability and validity. So the convergence should be there, conversion validity should be there, and divergent validity should be there. We are the respondent should be able to differentiate between one construct and another construct. Suppose a person is standing in front of two torch and he is not able to differentiate that the focus is coming from this torch or this torch. It means that the divergent validity is lost. But suppose these two torches are wide apart. Okay, these statements are wide apart, that this four statement belongs to this construct and this four statement belongs to this construct, and we are able to get good Forner-Larkin criterion, we are able to get good HTMT, that we can say that the divergent validity is achieved. So there is a convergence. Convergence is that convergence should be there among construct, and the divergence should be there between the construct. Means we should be able to separate two construct. Just a minute, I will draw it for you. Just a minute. Okay, see on your screen. One, two, three, four. Are these converging towards particular construct? So that is a convergent validity. The focus is converging towards one torch. Okay, now there can be another construct also. So if we are able to differentiate between these two, then we have achieved the discriminant validity. And if all of them are converging, then this is a convergent validity. But suppose they start overlapping, the respondent is not able to identify that this belongs here or here, and therefore it gives the answer on that basis. So that is a problem which is there. And in that case, the conversion validity is lost. Wait a minute. I will show you the example so that you can say that the conversion validity is lost. Wait a minute. Extended model. Just a minute. One, two, three. Extended model. Okay, see on your screen only right now. Start calculation. Just a minute, it takes time. Take not too much time. Okay. We'll also run the PLS algorithm, which is there. Also run the PLS algorithm so that both the statistics are generated. Okay. Here there is no issue. Here there is no issue. The issue is not there. Here it is there. In this the issue is not there. Wait a minute. Just a minute. I'll try to pinpoint the place where the issue will be there. No, the issue is not there in this also. If any of this becomes red, no, if any of this becomes red or this goes red, yeah, this one. Okay, good. See, this quality and this satisfaction, the person is not able to identify that it goes on image, the quality is getting loaded on image or satisfaction is getting loaded on image, because there is a problem. Now if you see the collinearity statistics, then also it will say the same thing. See, there will be a very heavy, see this one, there is a very high collinearity between satisfaction and quality, and here also image and satisfaction. It means that people are getting confused between the statements which are asked that this belongs to image or satisfaction. So here the discriminant validity is lost because it is nearer to 3. This is near to 3, and we are not able and they are not able to differentiate between these two. If you click on heterotrait and monotrait and see the graph, you will directly come to know that people are getting confused in image to expectation, loyalty to image. They are getting confused. Okay, they are getting confused. So that's the thing which is there. Okay, next question.
Okay, sir. Next question is from Miss Lekha. She is saying, for instance, in a construct, we don't know yet whether it is a formative or reflective, with 3 dimensions and 4 variables in each dimension. Then can CTA be used? How do we specifically need more than 4 variables since in each dimension to use CTA?
Now, can you repeat what he's asking?
It's a long question, sir. Can you open your Q&A? I think you will be able to.
Yeah. Sure. Sorry, I was not able to get it. Her name is
Miss Lekha Warrior. I can unmute her also. I will just check.
Yeah, please unmute. No, yeah, here it is. For instance, in a construct, we don't know yet whether it is a formative or reflective with 3 dimensions and 4 variables in each dimension. 4 variables in each dimension. Fine. Then CTA can be used. Here, do we specifically need more than 4 variable in each dimension to use? Yes, you can use CTA and you require minimum 4 variable on each dimension. Yes, you can use CTA and you require minimum 4. That is the answer.
Okay.
Okay. Next
Ms.
question.
Lekha,
Yeah,
okay.
if she's satisfied, ask her.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, fine. Next question.
Next question is from Mr. Jubin. He says, if we have 3 or less statements in a construct, can we apply CTA in Excel using covariance function?
No, you cannot do that. The reason is that it is based on covariance. See, why not 2? Let's say why not 2? Why not 2? But in that case, the reliability of CTA goes down. So if it is less than 4, then what to do? Then there is a method which is known as a redundancy analysis, which is to be used, suggested by Chin, to achieve the conversion validity. Don't do that. Okay. Is there any other question?
Mr. I will just unmute Mr. Jubin if he has any other question. Okay.
Yeah, hello sir, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, sir. If we go with that approach of redundancy analysis, then we need a global item.
Yeah, you
That is
require
also a problem.
you require a global item, right?
So, sir, how we can make that global item? That is also a problem.
see, Jubin sir, listen. A global item. Have you read something about global item, Zubin sir?
Yes, sir.
So what your learnings are? First, tell me. Global item is something which is the crux of all the 4 items which you are asking. Let's say, for example,
Yes,
that you are asking something on about the surveys, about the hotel, and in last you are asking that are you satisfied overall with the hotel or not? That is a global item which you are inserting on the reflective scale, and the scale should be same as that of all the formative. That is a global item.
but sir, if
Okay.
I take your point.
Wait, just a minute. I'll show how global item is working. Just a minute. See here in redundancy analysis.
My point is not how we can measure or how we can calculate this. My point is how we can generalize the entire 10 or 5 or 3 statements into a single statement.
Good. Very good.
What is
Yeah. Good. Now, see, if you see the learnings of these researchers of this Ringal and all of them, they have gone to that level that, see, as you are opposing that, how can you have a one global item which is summarizing all these things and you can achieve the good result? But this were the, you can say, the researches which have been done by Ringal, and they have said that the global item is working as good as if you are having more than 3 items. And this is a research, the crux of their research which is there, and that is they have suggested. Okay, suggestion was them only, that you take the global item, and they are working perfectly.
Okay, sir, then I need to go with this redundancy analysis only.
You go now. How many variables are there on a particular? How many measured variables are there on particular construct?
Sir, you mean statements?
Yes.
Or constructs?
Statements.
Sir, statements, sir, I have 3 statements and 5 sub variables in one construct.
Then
it is a second order basically.
Yeah, then you will have to insert the global item in each and every one of them. Right. You are right.
Yes, sir.
You are right.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. Next question.
Next question is more of a like functional from Miss Pinky. She says, when I import my file, it says line contains 1 instead of 24 columns and is not showing up anything. So I don't know.
Can I talk to them? Can I talk to her?
Okay, just let me check. So I think she has left.
This is a scenario because she has not imported the file in the CSV file, and she has imported the XLS file, and therefore this is a problem which is occurring.
Right. So we have already made clear that you need CSV file for SmartPLS.
Yes. Is there any other question?
Yeah, many questions, sir. So Miss Pali has a question. What if composite reliability is less than 0.708? How do we solve that issue and make the data reliable?
No, composite reliability not. The loading is less than 0.708. Can I talk to her?
Let me see, sir. Again, I think she has left, sir.
0.708, how you can make it? You can make you can modify your statement, you can add more statements to increase the AV. That is the only solution. See, if again I go back to your the torch example only. If torch focus is not working properly, what you will do, you will increase the power in the torch. Similarly, here also, if you want to increase the power of that particular construct, how you can increase it? Modify the particular statement, reframe it, or add more statements. Then the power of that construct will get uplifted.
Right, sir.
Okay, next question.
Mr. Manvinder, 0.708 value is factor loading in SmartPLS. This is a question. So
Yeah, it's a
factor
0.7.
loading, right?
Yeah.
Yes, right. And then Mr. Sanesh has a question. I think it was covered to start with. What is the difference between AMOS and SmartPLS? So I think you have covered.
I have covered the first.
You have covered that thing also, right? Okay, someone anonymous has asked question. How can we do the analysis if our scales are not similar on Likert scale? For example, out of 7 variables, 3 are 5-pointer scale, 2 are 7-pointer scale, and 2 are 9-pointer scales.
You can do it in SmartPLS. It has already given you the flexibility.
Okay, it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
Right, sir. Again, question from Ms. Lekha. If we are developing a new scale, then am I right to believe that PLS-SEM can help in deciphering its robustness and characteristics?
101%. It can go for making a new model. It can go for making a new skills. Definitely, it can go. Go ahead.
Someone has asked to explain bootstrapping. I think we will share the video on YouTube. They can go through it.
Yeah. Bootstrapping video is already
yes.
there.
Yes. Okay. Then again, same question. Someone has commended you for excellent presentation, sir. Okay, sir. This question from Mr. Behesh. To take up mediation analysis with categorical variables, is it mandatory to have equal number of responses of categories like equal number of male and female respondents? It's not necessary, right, sir?
It's not necessary, but the thing is, suppose there are 200 respondents and you are taking 10 females and 190 males. Is it advisable? No, it's not advisable. Reasonably, you should be comparing both. Reasonably, you should comparing both the groups should have an equal number, no?
Right, sir. Dr. Chanduji has asked whether if the sample size are more than 1,000, can we use SmartPLS?
Yeah, you can use it, but definitely there is something which is known as, which has been suggested by authors, that you go for G power. Okay, install the G power. It is a free software, and on that basis you should calculate the sample size. This is a G power software which is there. Okay, oh, what is it showing? I don't know. This is G power. Yeah, this is free software. Okay, you download it, and whatever sample size which is there in this, no, it you make it 3 times of it, then you will get the good result as suggested by the authors.
Okay, great, sir. Thank you so much for that. Then there's a question, sir. What is the quadratic effect? Why we check this? I think we have covered. What's the quadratic effect?
Yeah.
Okay. Please explain PLS predict.
Keep this question reserve.
Okay.
Keep this question reserve. If time permits, I'll definitely answer.
Okay. There's a question from Ms. Shruti. Is it okay to use MGA when dealing with second order construct independent variable?
MGA with second order? Yeah, it is okay. It is fine.
Okay. Is CFA similar to CCA, sir? This is a question.
What is CCA?
I don't know. Mr. Mahesh has asked. Let me see. Let me see, sir. Let me see.
Is he talking about composite scores?
I think analysis. He is not in the meeting anymore, sir. CCA, we don't know then. Then do SmartPLS is used only for non-parametric or for both?
See, nobody is stopping you. If you are having a parametric data, definitely it will give you good result. But the niche of the SmartPLS, it can work on non-parametric also. So that is a niche of it. If the data is normally distributed, definitely you are going to get a good result. But in case of non normality is not there, what to do? Then the solution is SmartPLS is there.
Right, sir. Then there's a question, sir. What should we do if we got low factor loadings? What is the solution?
I have already answered that. Increase the power, increase the battery power, increase the more, modify your statements, add more statements in your construct, which are more relevant.
Right, sir. Sir, is it possible to run SEM when the searcher have not categorized his items in definite criteria? Something.
Yeah, no, it is not advisable. Yes, it is a very good question because it directly works on the structural model, and you should be doing the categorization in the questionnaire only. Right, he's right. Because
Right.
it directly work, it does not work on measurement model. Means it does not work in the measurement model in that it is not. You require a structure in that case.
Okay. Mr. Sohail has asked the question. I think it is satisfied. Okay. So then there's a question. Can we run the PLS-SEM when the outcome variable, dependent variable, is binary in nature?
Yeah, you can use it.
Yes.
Just a minute. I see. They are not. They have not, in the sense they were not attentive, I should say. My first thing was that, see, the advantage of this one is, which they have already given, this one.
Right.
Here it is, or that. Can you see? Yeah, binary. Here it is. Yeah, here. Works with ordinal and binary scale questions. Second last.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next.
So can we take out these results in Excel and Word if you want to? There's a question.
Yeah, definitely. Why not?
Right,
Definitely. You can take the results in Excel and also in R. If you are comfortable in R, then there also you can extract it. Just go here, keep Excel, just click on Excel format, go in the window, click here, Control V, results are done. Finish.
All right, sir. Then, sir, there's a question from Miss Arunima. Can you please suggest some reference to justify small samples in PLS? I am working on rural destinations, and most of the time my samples are not more than 30 or 40. Can I work with that?
See, the justification of the sample comes from that. Is she having a population frame? Can I talk to her? Is it possible?
Just let me see, sir. Yes. Miss Arunima, you can unmute yourself now.
Hello.
Yeah, please ask.
Yeah. Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, sir, actually, I'm working on rural destinations, and I'm working with structural equation modeling, but most of the time I'm working with very small communities, and the sample size, it often it is restricted within 40 to 45 or something like that. So I had to come up with some sort of justification. First of all, I don't know whether I can work with that much of sample or not. So if you can help me with that.
Are you having a sample frame? Are you having a sample frame?
So what kind of sample?
Are you having a frame of all those who can be in your survey? Are you having that?
Yes. Actually, I'm working on community-based tourism organization. So I have to include all the members of the organization. So,
are you having a list of it?
Right now, or
no, you can.
Yes, I have it.
Then why don't you go for justification using stratified sampling, that I have taken this many percentage from this district, this many percentage from this, right? Then why don't you go for stratification? If you are having a frame, then not what to worry.
Okay, so you're suggesting that I should go for more or less like a theoretical justification.
No, yeah, you should go more for a theoretical justification rather than using this, rather than using the software justification. You go for theoretical justification, because see, samples are, see, If you are calculating 200 and 250, fine. But if it is a small sample size, then you will have to justify using the theory only, because the presence is less, the sample frame is. See, if the population is less, definitely your sample will be going to be less.
Exactly. Right.
So you go for theoretical justification, right?
Okay, but sir, I'm getting questions in the first place that is it a software that whether it can actually work with 30-40 samples or not? So just
Arunima ma'am, listen to me. Were you with us from the first slide, or you joined in between?
Yeah, I was there from the first slide, but
so just see, ma'am. Yeah. Just see in this. Just see this number.
Okay.
Happy?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Sir, next question. Ms. Rudma,
Saurabh sir, Sohail sir has a question. He was answered, but he's not satisfied with the answer.
Okay. Let
we
him,
can just
let him
allow
speak
him.
Yes.
Yes.
I think I've already unmuted him, so you can speak now.
Oh, okay, sir. Sohail sir, please come forward. You can unmute yourself.
Hello, Mr. Sohail, are you there?
Yeah, please ask.
I think he's not. I've already unmuted, but he's not responding, I think.
Okay.
In the meanwhile, we will take one more question, sir. There's a question from again Mr. Jubin. How can we calculate jackknife instead of bootstrapping? So
where in this?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Who is it?
Hello.
Mr. Sohail?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please. Yes,
am I audible, sir?
Yeah, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, sir. Actually, I'm doing one research in educational psychology, and there I have taken 4 variables like depression, sleep disturbance, quality of life, and burnout. And in this variable, when I go through the definition of all these variable, and I structured some questionnaire on the basis of that definition. I made respectively 4 questionnaire to measure 4 variables. In that matter, I have not decided any criteria domain to identify the statement. Firstly, I identified the statement and put it in my questionnaire, and I have gathered my data. So is it possible to run the structural equation model in my research work in this case?
No, what you've done, I'm just let me try to understand what you've done.
Sir, I have 4 variable: depression, sleep disturbance, burnout, and quality of life. To measure this 4 variable, I have structured 4 questionnaire.
4 questionnaires you have made?
Yes, I have made 4 questionnaires to measure this 4 variable. And these 4 questionnaire have not any domain or criteria. I have just a statement, like in my depression scale, I have just 15 statement to measure the depression of a student. In that case, is it possible to apply the structural equation modeling?
But what is the relationship between all these 4 dimensions?
Sir, I want to check the relationship in my research. I want to check what is the relationship with depression and sleep disturbance, or what is the relationship between depression and quality of life of a student. That's
you can make it. Yeah, you can make the model. You can definitely make the model.
I am definitely asking one question, sir. I have no any domain or criteria in statement, like in depression scale, I have not any criteria, like in this particular criteria 3 or 4 statement come, or another criterion 3 or 4 statement come, which you have shown in your lecture.
So you are not sure about the loadings, or you are not sure about the loadings that this variable will be loaded on this construct or not. You want to say that thing? You want to say that thing?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Okay, so in that scenario, first run the exploratory factor analysis, and then see that how they are being loaded. If they are being loaded on a particular construct, if factor 1 is having a similar state of statements, then you go for this. You go for exploratory factor rather than the confirmatory factor.
Oh, I have to run first the exploratory factor analysis, then
Yes.
I'll go to the structural equation
Yeah,
model.
you cannot run exploratory here. You cannot.
Actually, I check my reliability on only by convex alpha, and I got reliability like 0.85 or 0.82.
See, if you don't see it, if you get Cronbach alpha less than 0.8, there is no harm. What does it mean? That if the Cronbach alpha is less than 0.8, it means that there is a chance that the constructs are formative constructs. Okay. Don't see, there is a way out in each and every situation. There is a way out in each and every situation. Don't think that Cronbach alpha is less than 0.7, so there is a big mistake which I've done. No, there is a chance that you can go for formative constructs. Okay, next.
Okay, sir.
Next,
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sahil. So next question is from Mr. Chinglens. He's asking, many papers use VIF cutoff value of 10 in running linear regression. You mentioned to keep it at 3. Please clarify on this if possible.
Because this is, we are running from construct to construct, and in that case, you in your case you are talking about regression analysis in which they have specified this thing. Here we have kept the tolerance very low to avoid the multicollinearity. That is the only reason which we are having. That is the only reason. Now that is the only reason in the sense that we have kept this thing so that the both the constructs are not overlapping each other, and therefore the value has been kept low. That is the only reason. And this is being suggested by authors that you keep this thing below 3. This thing below 3. Okay. Any other question?
Sir, we have few questions from YouTube also. So shall I take those also?
No, there was one question which we had kept pending, and that was how to go for PLS predict.
Right. Predict.
Can I ask who is that? Can I know that thing?
Okay, it was from Ms. Shikha. Let me see if she's there.
Yeah, just activate her. If she is there, then I will do the.
Shikha is not. I think she's not. No, she has left now, sir.
Otherwise, I can show how PLS predict is done. No, see, PLS predict is basically, she's there. She's there. She has raised it.
Is it? Let me see.
No, it's a Shruti ma'am. Shruti ma'am wants to speak from quite time. Okay. See, the only concern in PLS predict is we want to check that is our algorithm, the PLS algorithm, better than the linear regression or not, and that's the reason we run it. So here, this is, I'm running it. I've done one mistake, and that is the grouping is activated. Okay, just a minute. Grouping variable was activated. Just a minute. I'll pick it up from here. Meanwhile, you can take another question, Saurav sir.
Okay. So there are a few people who want to speak to you, sir. Shall I unmute them?
Yeah. Please.
Okay. So Vinita.
Please go ahead.
So let's start with Miss Vinita. I have unmuted her. Miss Vinita, can you speak now?
Yeah. Thank you, doctor. It was a wonderful session. I have very basic question because I'm still not very much into it. I started and I stopped somewhere. My main concern was I was using the trial version, and because of that there was data restriction. So is it necessary to have the subscribed version? Then only you can work with the required amount of data.
So the in student version they have restricted to only 100 records.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the only problem which you are be facing. Otherwise, there is no problem.
And second thing is I'm working with secondary data, but what I find is most of the research I find it is based around primary data collection of survey data and all that.
Yeah.
But does it work fine with secondary data also?
101%, ma'am. Why? I will tell you. Why I will tell you. Because in secondary data, the basic problem rise this one. See, ma'am. There is
Yes.
only one measured variable which is being loaded on a particular construct.
Right.
And if you try to run this model in MOS, you will have a problem of degree of freedom.
Right.
Here,
Right.
in this scenario also, the model will run. For example, if I'm doing a financial analysis, I'm
Right.
keeping this as ROE, this is ROE, and I will
Mhm.
load the measure variable and it will start running.
Mhm.
So it can do a marvelous things, not to worry.
Okay. And just the third question, can you suggest some good A-grade journal where we can publish articles based on use of PLS, smart PLS?
I have no experience of A and B category journals because the pipeline is
A.
yeah, because the pipeline is too long and they are taking a very hefty amount for publication. So
Okay.
I don't have any idea. Very genuine answer.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Now, sir, Mr. Jubin also, I will just unmute him once.
Yeah, Mr. Jubin.
Mr. Jubin, can you speak if you have any question? Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Jubin.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yeah.
Sir, I have two doubts. First, how can we apply jackknife as you mentioned in the presentation?
No, you cannot apply jackknife here.
Sir, in R we can apply?
Yeah, in R you can apply. In R, in my book, which is a statistical analysis, I have discussed about how you can apply the jackknife. See this book online. Okay, see this book. In this, I have talked about this thing, statistical analysis using R. Well, in this, how to use jackknife, I have discussed in length. Okay, you can even do jackknife in SPSS. In this book, I have discussed this thing. This book is now coming with the Macmillan publication, entire book. And entire data science will be discussed in this. This book is now converted to 600 pages.
Okay.
Fine. Any
Okay,
other
sir.
question? Any other question?
Sir, second question is, sir, I have been working on a project. I completed that, but in that I have one issue, which what my co-author have that issue with the analysis. Sir, we have organizational culture as a independent variable and knowledge management as dependent variable. And in that, ICT is a moderating variable. All these three constructs are second order. Problem is, in our objective, we mentioned that we are finding the dominating organization culture. So the culture we having more variance. So sir, when we apply that in regression, we found that the market organization culture have four sub variables. We found that market culture explain more. So now, sir, on zero order, we check the moderation. Can we apply on second order? We apply moderation, and we found that there is a significant relationship, significantly moderating by ICT. Now, sir, question is, can we apply it on zero order? Like every single sub variable, we can mention it like independent, like four independent now on KM second order, and on every relation ICT act as moderator.
See, you are asking me very technical, and for me to visualize right now, seriously, I cannot visualize. You just take my number and you can contact me. Okay, you just take my number, right? And I'll talk to you.
I am with you in the group, sir. I will.
Yeah, you are
send you the picture.
you are with me in my group, DM group.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. You send me the question and you send me the model. If I can help you, I'll definitely help you, right?
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. Another question.
Sir, we are finished with the questions in Zoom. Shall I take questions from the YouTube? Few questions we have.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. There's a question from one of the participants. Says, if we have many scale data and couple of bivariate and numerical data?
No, her question is framing is wrong. Not bivariate, binomial data. If there is you can go ahead, no problem.
Okay, right. Okay, sir. Then there's a question for the assumed formative construct. I am getting 95% confidence level 1. I think this is very. So shall I put it there somewhere in? writing to you. Just a minute.
Yeah. Okay. What her name is?
I don't know the name, so it's coming from YouTube. I'm just putting in the chat, sir. Please have a look of it.
Chat. Chat box. Yeah.
Okay. So can you see that?
Yeah, I can see that. For the assumed formative construct, I am getting 95% level 1 CI adjusted or so and so. P 0 is absent. P is this. P is this. CI and yeah, it is a formative construct. It is a formative. It is an indication of formative construct.
Okay.
Okay, but remember one thing. What authors have said that CTA is not a silver bullet. These are their words. If you even if CTA says that this is a formative or a reflective, and you feel that it is opposite to the theory, don't rely on the statistics of CTA. Go what theory is said. So don't consider CA to be a silver bullet. Vinita is raising. Vinita Krishna is raising her hand from long time. Vinita Krishna. She wants to answer.
Okay. No, sir. I think she's not raising the hand anymore. Okay. Again, please. Okay. Ma'am, can you unmute yourself? You are already unmuted. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was some confusion. I'm through with my doubts.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sir, few questions. What can be done if discriminant validity is not achieved? Again, question from YouTube. And what is the maximum level of nesting can be done?
What is the maximum level of nesting can be done? See, the maximum level of nesting is not allowed. The first thing you should go is the Forner-Larker criteria and HTMT. If they are overlapping, then it is very sure. It is very sure you will have to rework on your statements, and you will have to decrease, and you will have to go that the loadings decrease, the overlapping decreases. You will have to make the statements so clear that the overlapping does not come.
Okay. Right, sir. Just a minute. Okay. Just a minute, sir. Right. So, someone is asking if we can collaborate and publish. So, what about the covariance between the constructs? Any?
That is not there. That is covariance. We are not considering only because it is not this is not covariance based SEM. It is just a parcel list squares.
Okay. Right, sir. I think, sir, we have finished up with the questions.
Okay.
Sir, can I just share my screen to share my contact details?
Oh,
once,
I'm sorry. I will withdraw my screen. Just a minute.
No problem, sir.
I will pause there. Okay. No.
Just stop share. Stop share. Yes, stop share.
Pause. Oh, okay. Stop, sir. Right. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
So let's take a screenshot if it is possible with the people who are there.
Right, sir. So these are our contact details. Please let us know if someone requires SmartPLS or any further future sessions of SmartPLS. Please let us know. You can always mail us and contact us on the phone number and the email ID given here. I think someone has again raised some hands, sir. Let me see. Miss Vinita has again. Mr. Rahul has just. Let's start with. So give us few minutes, sir. I think few has more questions. Can we?
Sure. Go ahead.
Mr. Rahul, can you unmute yourself?
Hi, sir. This is Rahul. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Sir, I have one question. Suppose we have got high correlation between the construct and of course there is a problem with discriminant validity due to the high correlation. So what is the solution? We can delete one item or we can add one or two statement. What is the best solution?
I'm not getting what you are saying. You repeat again.
Sir, I am asking if we have a high correlation between construct between variables.
Just wait. Just wait. I'm showing one diagram, and on that basis, you tell me that you are having a high correlation where you are having a high correlation among the constructs, or
yeah, among the construct between the variable. We talk about the inner model, so that kind of the construct.
so if you are having a high correlation, it is a good thing. It is an indication that it is a reflective thing. It is a real.
But no, but the problem is when we test the discriminant validity, there is a, because we have a high correlation, so how we can achieve discriminant validity?
It means that there is one particular item which is being loaded here also, and here also you want to say that thing.
No, sir. I'm just asking if we have high correlation between construct between the variable.
Between construct
not
or between variable, what you are saying? Just tell me that thing.
Between construct.
Between construct means you want to say
Yes.
that there is a very high correlation among them.
Suppose there is a job satisfaction.
Got it. Very nice. Good. Suppose there is a very high correlation between these two. It is a very clear-cut indication that you should go for the second order model.
Okay.
So second order model is, you can say, the compulsion of the researcher rather than the option. If you are having a very high correlation between the construct, you should go for second order model.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Is there any other question?
Sir, one more question. Hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah. Please.
I have submitted a paper and I use CTA for defining formative and reflective construct. So is it okay to rework on the paper, because I have defined on the basis of CTA and I have submitted and I got revision, and they have said there is something, some problem about how you using CTA. So what should I do? Should I go for based on the correlation or based on some other thing? Why you
have gone for CTA? Because you say that according to the author's guidance, I have to follow this procedure. This procedure has been given by Professor Christian Ringel and Sasted.
Yes.
They have suggested it.
Yes. So is it okay to say about these things based on the PLS book? Because
why not?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Any other question?
Yeah.
Somebody is asking me, can we collaborate on the paper? Why not? I am publishing the paper from all over the country. People are collaborating with me. I am publishing in econometrics. I am publishing the books. You can definitely collaborate with me. I am open to that also. Okay, go ahead. Another question.
Hello.
Yeah.
I just want a recap on the assessment of a formative and the reflective constructs. How to assess whether it has to be a formative or reflective. Though you explained it, but I just want the more clearly to be explained.
Okay.
Thank you.
See, ma'am, who is it? May I know the name?
I'm Professor Kavita Sharma.
Yeah, Kavita ma'am.
Yeah.
I had also a similar problem, right? So what I did is I made something. Okay, I had also a similar problem. So I made is core, CAFO. Okay, this is, I am using it. If it is a consequences, go for reflective. If it is a cause, go for formative. Fine. Now let's understand. Drunk. What can be the consequences of being drunk? Slurred speech. These are consequences. Loss in balance. Okay. Still, I am not able to understand. Suppose assume that this is a mirror. And when the things reflect, this is a reflective. Now, what can be the causes of how you can get drunk? What can be the causes? So you say drinking wine, whiskey. Okay. So this is a formatting. If it is a cause, it is a formative. If it is a consequences, it is reflective.
No, that is all right. I just wanted to know about, I think probably you said something about the correlation, if it's coming out to be very high with the two constructs.
Right.
So I'm just missing on that.
Right, ma'am. See on the screen. If there are 4 statements here, ma'am.
Sir, you need to share your screen, sir.
Oh no, that was a big mistake. I was writing here and okay, just a minute. Okay. Let me take another thing. Is this one? See, ma'am. I have made this acronym. Core CAFO. If it is a cause, it is a formative construct. If it is a consequence, it is a reflective construct. Drunk. I'll explain about the correlation. The drunk person will, what? He must be having a slurred speech. No balance. No balance. Then what other thing can be? Loss of memory. Can I talk to this ma'am? Kavita ma'am, is what Kavita ma'am? Yeah,
yes,
Kavita.
Yes, I'm listening.
Yeah, Kavita ma'am. Now,
yes.
Out of this, is the drunk person having an option that I will show only this behavior? Is he having an option?
Not exactly.
No, my question is a drunk person having an option that today I will only show the slurred speech? I will control balance and memory.
No, anything can happen.
Anything can happen means these 3 will move together.
Yes.
So there will be a very high correlation among them.
Yeah.
Okay. Now here, come here. Wine, whiskey, beer. Is a drunk person having an option here to show that I want to get intoxicated by what today? Is he having option today?
He has.
Yeah, so that is a formative. Finish.
Yeah, that's good. Good example.
Finish?
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, Saurav sir, over to you.
I think I have few questions from, as I said, from the YouTube. So one question is, can I do EFA in SPSS and then CFA in PLS-SEM?
101%. 101%. After you get the loading, you should be very clear that which statements are loaded where, and therefore you can go ahead with the structural model. Go ahead.
All right. And how can we report the analysis of formative construct? What is the name of this analysis?
Which analysis?
I think this is related to the first question. Can we do EFA in SPS and then CFA in PLS?
You can say that these are the statements which are loaded on factor 1, factor 2, and factor 3. After that, naming them, you will have to name that factor 1, factor 2, and factor 3, and after that you will have to make the model here.
Okay. And so they are asking about your DM group. I think the WhatsApp group.
The DM group is just send me hello on this, hello on this. Now WhatsApp, and I will send you the link by which you can get connected to me. There are 1,000 faculties which are there, 1,000 faculties from all over the world which are there in this network.
Great, sir. So I think they can share it. Just send you a message on your number and they can get connected.
Just send me hello and I'll send you how you can get connected to me. A link will be sent to you.
I think, sir, we have finished up with all the questions.
Thank you.
And sir, thank you so much for the session today. I think it was really informative, and we are getting a lot of good feedback from a lot of the participants now. So thank you so much for today, sir. Thank you.
So thank you, Saurav sir. Thank you, Rasi ma'am,
you.
for considering me, for giving me the opportunity on your
Sir,
esteemed platform.
it was an
Thank
honor
you.
and privilege to have you today here. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
And sir, as I said to the participants, we will be conducting a session very in the very shortly in the future with more elaborative and more informative information on SmartPLS. So please stay tuned with us on our mail ID. We will be sharing the mail soon, and on our WhatsApp group also. And most so and we will be sharing the information on your group also, sir. Right, sir?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye bye. So I'm ending this meeting now. Thank you.